Grandstand Bettors. Grandstand Bettors here. It is week two of the NFL. Super excited to finally have some NFL football. Man, it seems like forever ago it was the Raiders coming back on the Baltimore Ravens. That was an unbelievable second half game. Let's go, Trey. Trey already in the chant, getting fired up. Guys, go ahead and smash that like button. Let's get big tonight. Let's get like 80 people in here. I don't think we're going to, but let's just get 80 people. Let's have a good night of watching some football. Let's bet. We'll go over our bets. Our free pick was the under at 40.5. Little scared about that now. There's been some big money come in. It's being pushed back up to about 41 and a half now across a lot of the Vegas sports books. So not feeling confident about that. I hear you, Trey. I hear your pockets are going to get big, man. Thursday night football, Mike. Let's go. Let's go. Thursday night football. Not like the best matchup in the world. You know, Daniel Jones and Taylor Heinicke. Not the best matchup in the world. But Chase Young, that Washington football defense, let's hope they put on a show, man. I think Chase Young could. I didn't look at the sack prop. If anybody had a sack prop for Chase Young, let me know. I would love to know what his sack prop was for tonight. Daniel Jones really needs to show, I think, the city of New York that he can do something with this football team. But to be honest, and I heard this on a podcast today, a lot of New York fans really actually have a problem more with the coaching staff and the play calling than they do with Daniel Jones, which is a little kind of ironic for that city because usually they harp on their players, with the Knicks, the Mets, the Yankees. Not many people get on the coaching staff and how it's run. It's more the players that are brought in. But, should be a fun game. We'll see. Young to get one sack is +1 even money. That's crazy. Jody, welcome in. Cash money. Young to get one sack +100. That's crazy. I'm not saying that the Giants aren't going to give up, 13 sacks tonight. I would take that. Jody. That seems like a great bet, but I think that's really good. Chase Young +100 to get a sack. That's great. Once we get going here, we'll tell you what our member plays were that we gave out today. We sent out our free pick last night. Every Wednesday, that's going out at 8:45, so you can expect that. Again, we went with the under 40.5. It's ticked up. I think that's not good for us, but we do have two prop bets for the game that we'll let everybody know about once we get going that we sent out to our family at grandstandbettors.com. First TD, Logan Thomas, Gibson, and Scary Terry need one of the three. Now, is that first, Trey, is that first touchdown in the game, or is that first touchdown for Washington? And to be honest with you, I think Washington rolls tonight. That 3.5 at first, I was like, we should look at the Giants on that. But the more you dive into it, the more, you can't back Daniel Jones, the play calling. I think Washington, and let's be honest, Taylor has played in the playoffs last season and did a good job. So, he's not like, there's a lot worse backup quarterbacks that you could have than Heinicke at the helm tonight. So, first of the game. All right, man, we'll root for Trey here to get one of those three, Thomas, Gibson, or Scary Terry. I'll be interested to see how many passes Terry gets tonight. I kind of looked at his prop under 5.5. We'll have to see. Just because Heinicke came in through 11 of 14 last week after Fitzpatrick went down. Only threw 14 passes the whole game. So, what's the game plan here? We'll see what the game plan is. Will they go with a pass? Will they surprise everybody and pass like 35 times? I don't think so, but Gibson scoring there. You kind of have all your bases covered for a red zone touchdown with Gibson, Terry McLaurin, and Logan Thomas. So I think Logan Thomas, remember on Monday night, Logan Thomas is going to probably be what Waller was. Getting I don't know if he gets 19 targets, but I'm assuming he'll get 12 or 13. We'll have to see. So, Joe Buck, Troy Aikman on the cast. As always, I'm on mute, so I have no idea what they're saying. They're probably saying, hey, your hairline's receding, and he's probably saying, yeah, yours already has been. So, I mean, I actually like these two. Don't mind these two. It's Romo that I can't stand. So, guys, what do you think? Washington, let's talk about who's going to win this game. Do you think Washington's going to win this game? Do you think the Giants can muster up something here? I mean, the only team to win in the NFC East was the Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts, is he going to be able in week 2 to beat the 49ers at home? That should be a good game. But Jody thinks Giants. You know what? I'm kind of behind you on that. I just don't think Daniel Jones is that bad where he can't just make some decisions on his own, which will allow them to win this game, or at least cover. You know? Yeah, Trey. I like the target. I like the over kind of a little bit now too. But hey, we always stick with our bets. Yeah, I know he wasn't targeted till he came in. I just don't know if he's going to be a go-to guy. He hit him 4 times, but that the over/under on his receptions now is 5.5, I think, for tonight. So we'll have to see if he can get to that number. I just think the Giants are going to double team him. That's all. Mike's taking a nail biter, 18-17. Let's be honest, Mike, if I remember correctly, had almost the exact score until all the mayhem in the last minute of the game on Monday night happened. But he did have 31-20. It ended up being way more than that. But Mike, maybe we should listen to Mike. Yeah, so Jody, thank you, because we are going to get into some live betting here, and I'll pull that up once it goes live. But I am also on Monday night, I had a bet that I was going to make actually on the Raiders immediately if the Ravens scored. That ended up not happening right away, so I wasn't able to take it. I think I'm going to try to pounce on the Giants here, and it might work out too, because here we go. The Giants are kicking off to the Washington football team, and I think if Washington could score a field goal here, I'd take the points in a heartbeat live with the Giants. So we'll have to see. So here we go. Kicking off Thursday Night Football, week number 2, and that is Gano kicking off. And this one's going to be returned from the 1. And it's at the 10, 15, and down to about the 22.5-yard line. Goes number 1, that's Carter. And here comes number 4. And, Fitzmagic, the guy got a bad rap, I think, his whole career. He's thrown a lot of interceptions, but he's been great a lot, too. I think this kid, who has the more mobility out of the two of them, I think this kid could be something special. I just think they never believed in him. They could have probably not signed Fitzpatrick and gone with this guy right off the bat. But here we are, week 2. Heinicke's starting, and it is 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line for the football team. And they are going to throw right off the bat, and they go across. Oh, no. They did target Logan Thomas there. Just as I said, I thought it was going to be a Waller situation. So mark that as the first target for Thomas. And it was thrown a little bit behind him, but he could have made that catch and then almost intercepted there by the Giants. So 2nd and 10 here from the, it looks, maybe it was the 23 they started on. It sure looked like they moved the ball, but 2nd and 10 here, just underway. Giants football team, and that is a nice out route, and that is to Humphries. I'm sorry, not Humphries. That is Terry McLaughlin. Sorry, I thought it said 13. That is 7. There's one catch already, buddy. There's one catch already for Trey. Trey knows what's going on. And ladies and gentlemen, roll out the red carpet because Jamar has entered the chat. Jamar has entered the chat. He was open, and now that I see that, I'm not sure if I can live bet his catches. But they obviously want to work him into catching. 3rd and 3 here. And Heinicke looks like he's going to be sacked. And he goes down. And this is kind of why we took the under. Now, I'm not saying they're not going to hit the over here. And Heinicke, this is his first full week with the team. And they didn't really rush him. It's a 4-man rush. It's a coverage sack, 100%. And he kind of trips and goes down. I mean, he maybe could have ran out of that, but yeah, guys coming from both sides. So it's going to be 4th down, and they're going to be punting. So a 3 and out. Unfortunately, Jody, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to live bet right now anything for the Giants. So we're going to pass on live betting right now. A booming punt to the 30, and that is returned to about the 44-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and up, but a flag comes down. We'll have to check that, see what's going on. Big set. I know, yeah. Yeah, he does have wheels, and yeah, I think that's a decision thing, Trey. I think he needs to just, that comes with experience, like, go through once he hits his 3rd progression, be like, okay, it's time to run. You know who's very good at that? Lamar Jackson, who we saw on Monday night. That guy knows. In fact, I would say Lamar Jackson almost borders on running too early. He checks the first guy, and then he's like, oh, nobody's open, I got to go. So, yeah, he's going to get better at that, though. Jamar's already talking about Week 2 fantasy football for the Grandstand Bettors League and talking about going 2-0. Jamar, who do you play this week? I know it's not us. So they're backed up now. The penalty was on, I believe. I didn't see it. I'm guessing it was blocking the back or holding. So Daniel Jones is going to take over. He's had some problems with fumbles. The play calling isn't great. I don't know. We'll just have to see what he can put together against one of the best defenses in the NFC, if not the NFC. Well, the Rams are in there, so I would put them above maybe Washington. But definitely top 5 defense in the league. Daniel Jones is having problems with this huddle, and I think that is telling of maybe what is going to happen tonight. So we'll have to see. Al, good evening, sir. Good evening. Al, actually, I have some tailgating questions for Notre Dame that we can talk about here at the commercial for you. Maybe you can help me out, being somebody that has probably gone to Notre Dame once or twice. So Daniel Jones, 1st and 10 from the 21. They're going to hand off to Barkley, who goes and gets about 4 yards. That's not bad for his first carry tonight. And that's what they're going to look to do. The Giants are going to look to probably get Barkley involved, get the run going, and then play action down the field with Jones. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, Daniel Jones, I don't think is that bad of a quarterback. A lot of people don't like him, but I actually think he's pretty good. And he can run, too. He's one of those guys that has some speed. 4 wide, he goes back to throw across the middle, and it was caught. That is Kyle Rudolph, the tight end. So it's 1st down on about the 40, 42, it looks like. Great catch by Rudolph. It did look that he was going to get hit hard, and he did, and I thought he was going to drop it, but he did not drop it. So it's on the 38. On the 38. 1st and 10 here. They are going 3 wide, 2 to the left, 1 to the right, with Barkley to Daniel Jones left. And he's going to throw across the middle again, and that is another 1st down. That is to number 19, Kenny Golladay. And listen, they're going fast here. They're going fast. They're going to try to catch this Washington team by surprise. They are on the 46 of Washington. And Jones under center is going to fake the handoff. And he's going to run for about 2 yards till he gets kind of forced out of bounds there. So it's going to be 2nd and 8 on about the 44-yard line of Washington. Jamar, Lamar wouldn't have fumbled if his name was Jamar. That's 100% correct, buddy. That's 100%. Daniel Jones here, 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8 from the 44. And he's going to go shotgun again. They're going with a very high passing scheme here right off the bat. This is a little interesting. A little high snap. He's back to throw again. And he's going to run it, and he gets it. I think they're going to call that a sack. They're going to call that a sack, and that was number 93, Allen. So it's going to be third down and possibly about 9 here. It kind of looked like a designed QB run there, and it looks like he had some room to run, but he did get tripped up by Allen. That's actually a great play by Allen there. Oh, Al, that's awesome, man. Unfortunately, we're 4 hours away, and we're driving up that day, so I don't think we're going to have too much time to do either of anything. So, third and 9 here. Daniel Jones back to throw, and that's a first down. That is a first down, and that is Darius. I'm sorry. No, that is Sterling Shepard. That is Sterling Shepard for the first down. And Daniel Jones is passing the ball pretty well here if he can get it off. That's a good route ran. Almost, that's probably a defensive hold there, too, on 29. So it's first and 10 on the 33-yard line. And Daniel Jones, again, shotgun formation, 2 to the left, 2 to the right, with Barkley standing to his right in the backfield. He's going to go for a screen pass. It's a double screen pass out to number 3, which is Sterling Shepard again. He gets about 4 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and 6 coming up. So, yeah, Al, so we're going to get there. We're not sure. Where do you park when you go to Notre Dame? We were thinking of parking in somebody's front yard on their house. We heard that might be a good option. But let me know when you go or when you've gone where you've parked. So it is 2nd and 6 here from the 29. Giants are looking like they want to go down and score first. And that is a QB read option there. And Daniel Jones is down to the 12, maybe 13-yard line there. And the Giants are looking to put up points on the board very quickly. Daniel Jones, like I mentioned, I like the 3.5 on Monday. And to be honest here, it was close to me. A lot of people had money on Washington. We'll have to see how it plays out. But Daniel Jones looks like he and Jason Garrett, to be honest with you, looks like they have a plan and on this first drive to at least catch them a little off guard. So it is 1st and 10. It's from the 14. And now they're going to hand off to Barkley. And maybe that's why they've been throwing the ball. Barkley gets a loss of 2-3 yards there. Not going anywhere. This defensive front of Washington is very hard to run on. So, hey guys, if you're just joining us, smash that like button, guys. Keep our channel going. Keep us going strong here. It'd be pretty cool to have one day 100 people in the chat room. We're just starting this live stream stuff, so hopefully we'll get bigger. But listen, you guys are diehards, so we appreciate you guys being here. It's 2nd and 12 here on the 16. Little high snap there. Jones back to throw across the middle, and it was behind Shepard. That was kind of hard to catch. We're not going to blame that on Shepard. That was definitely Jones. Yeah, Al, we actually did look at that. However, we're driving. Wait, they have free. Well, we're driving up in the morning and driving back at night. Personal foul, roughing the passer. That is a huge penalty on the Washington football team. Is that on Chase Young? We're gonna have to see. I'm going to have to see if he goes through the body. All right, you can call that if you want. Guys, in the chat, tell me, is that roughing the passer? Tell me in the chat if that's roughing the passer. I mean, I've seen worse ones called, so I can't really get too upset about that because I've seen very ticky-tack fouls. But Daniel Jones, 1st and goal here. Looking to get on the board first, and he's going to hand it off to Barkley, who's going to get about 2, maybe 1.5 yards there. Bad call. Viking says bad call. Viking, thanks for joining us, man. Barkley is going to have a rough day. He's actually going to come out. I wonder if Booker's coming in for him. Yeah, it's wishy-washy for sure. But, I mean, let's be honest. There's been worse ones where guys have barely touched a guy or maybe grazed like their helmet or something. I don't know. But, hey, it's 2nd and goal. It's 2nd and goal. And there's 5 wide. And Daniel Jones right up the middle. And he's going to... touchdown! Daniel Jones. That was a design keeper. Washington did not see that coming. I don't know why. He has done it 3 times this drive, and just like that, ladies and gentlemen, the Giants are on the board with 6 points. Touchdown, Daniel Jones. That over is starting to look a little bit iffy now with how easy that was to go down the field. So, oh, I like that, Jody. Full contrarian boost on the Giants to cover and the over. That's fantastic, Jody. Great bet. Great bet. We'll see if the extra point is kicked up and in here by Gano. And then at the commercial break, we'll look at some live betting and we'll tell you our 2 prop plays for this game. And the kick is up and good. And we'll add in 1 more point. Giants 7, Washington Football Team 0 here with about... I don't know. We're about halfway through the first quarter. What's left? 7:25 left in the first quarter. That does suck, Trey, man. I'm sorry. I was rooting for you, especially because I wanted to go live bet the Giants. And now they're going to... Let's take a look. Before we get into our bets, let's take a look at the live bets. It's not even up right now. They're trying to figure out what's going to go on. So we had 3 member bets in this game. The one everybody knows about, which was the under 40.5. And we did 2 other bets. We did a receiving yards by Slayton, and we have him over 36.5 receiving yards was one prop bet that we did today. And we kind of did some value on Kenny Golladay to score a touchdown. We didn't want to jinx it there and say it out loud, but we were wishing they were throwing his way there. So Kenny Golladay to score a touchdown today is at plus 200. We thought there was some value there. He got targeted a few times last week. He's just getting into this new offense, having come from the Detroit Lions, but we think there's some value with him scoring. We also have some bets going on in baseball and in college football tonight. We have a baseball over in the Tampa game. We're about halfway home, about halfway through the game, it looks like. Not nearly halfway, so we're going to need some help there. And we have Ohio plus 19.5 over Louisiana Lafayette, 7-0 Raging Cajuns at the end of the first. So we'll see if those play out, but we like to give out our plays after everything's kind of started. And then I think we do have one more play tonight. I just can't remember it, but maybe if I remember it, we'll get going. So, guys, if you're just joining us, again, please, if you could, smash that like button. It really helps our channel. If you like what we're doing, we appreciate every thumbs up we get. Somebody gave us a thumbs down before we even started, so that wasn't a great opening. But, Trey, yeah, sorry that sucks, man. Jones' first TD was high, I bet. Yeah, well, I bet his passing TDs actually weren't high. It was his rush for sure that was high, even just having one in the game. Chris McCann, welcome, man. Chris McCann just got under 44.5 for 115. Let's take a look and see what we have if they've posted. They have so they bought down a little on ours. I'm getting over or under 43.5. And right now you can actually get the Giants at minus 3.5 for 119. So kickoff to the Washington football team, and you do not need a run back if you have the under, and he'll get out to about the 30-yard line. So Taylor Heinicke's coming out for his second series. Did not do very well in his first one. We'll see if he can improve on that. But yeah, some good live. So under 46 is only 178, which tells me that Vegas still thinks this is going to be a low-scoring game. We'll have to see how it plays out. As we know from Monday night, though, things can change in a hurry. So here we go. 1st and 10 on the 30 for the Washington football team. And Heinicke's going to fake the handoff, passing to and caught by, that is Thomas, number 82. That's his second target. Like I mentioned, I think he was going to get a lot of targets, so we'll have to see. The Oregon scoreboard website, State Lottery runs the sportsbooks there. So that's interesting. Chris, give me your feedback on the State Lottery running, because we're in Ohio. it's about to probably pass, and the biggest thing, we'll get to that in just a moment, 2nd and 5 for the football team, and they're going to run it to Gibson, and he's going to go up the middle for about 1.5 yards. It's going to be 3rd and short here. So, Chris, Ohio should, it's been like forever in coming to pass this Ohio sports betting bill, and the thing that's hung them up is, does the Ohio Lottery Commission run it, or do the casinos run it? And if the Ohio Lottery does, I wonder what the difference would be than a casino running it. So let me know your feedback. Can't parlay or tease, same ticket. Yeah, see, that's something I feel like there's going to be things like that, that would constrain as it's 3rd and 4. And Heinicke, get out there down, is just run off and has to throw it out. Now, I mean, this has got to be a pattern, and if you're a Washington football fan, you have got to understand that all you have to do there is throw a screen pass, and it's money. So they got to make the adjustments. It's the second series in a row that they've thrown or taken a 7-step drop with their quarterback looking downfield and got nothing. So I just don't understand what their play call there is on 3rd down, because obviously the Giants see something where they can get on them on 3rd down. This is just, yeah. I mean, this is kind of why we took the under, but I got to be honest, if they're going to keep punting to these Giants, who are going down the field pretty easily as they catch the ball at the 22 and gets out to about the 23-yard line, it's going to be a long night for Washington for sure. And I bet you the live betting went up. So actually, no, it went down a little. So I could grab the Giants -3.5 right now at -11. And you know what? We're going to do that. We're going to take the bet. We're doing Giants -3.5, -111. We're taking that bet right now. I think that's good. I think that's a good bet to take right now. The first 2 series, Washington is not impressive. Taylor doesn't look like he can do anything. I say all this right now, but we're going to take the Giants -3.5. Some of you have them +3.5. That is at a much better line. But, hey, we saw 2 series, and that's what we're going to fire on right now. Yeah, Trey, at least he didn't throw a pick for sure. Not very user-friendly. Okay, I think that's to curb addicts. Okay. Yeah, well, to be honest with you, when sportsbooks come out with mobile or on their websites, I really think the user face is probably 50% of the reason people use certain books because how easy it is to use and where different things are. So, oh, well, that's good. If there's zero competition in lines, at least then, yeah, you don't have anybody competing. Yeah. So it is. It's the second series for Daniel Jones and company, and let's dive into their box score for a little bit. Daniel Jones, 3 carries for 23 yards on that first drive, 4 for 4, 45 yards. He took a sack, although that really didn't matter. The big play on that first series was the roughing the passer by Chase Young. I mean, I wonder what the prop bet on Chase Young getting a roughing the passer is. I don't even know if you can bet that. I doubt it, but we'll have to see. So, all right, that 3.5 keeps dropping. That's interesting. That 3.5 by the Giants keeps dropping. It's staying at 3.5, but it's at -108. It started at I think 114, 115, and now it's at -108. -6.5, which they're already covering, is at +132. Anybody want to risk taking -6.5 at +132? Well, yeah, I know it means a better can't shop for lines, but they can always go to offshore books. I mean, wherever you're at, you can always shop for lines. It just depends who you want to use. One thing that I'm actually can't wait about Ohio betting is I hate the offshore books. I mean, it's just some of them are just a pain in the butt. But 1st and 10 from the 24. Daniel Jones back to throw again, and he looked like he was going to get sacked. Dumps it off to was that Barkley? Number 26. Yeah, that was Barkley. And and he drops it. And there's an injured offensive lineman there for the Giants. We'll have to see who that is. But, yeah, the penalty was huge. It could have held him to 3. I mean, if you remember, I believe it was like 3rd and 13 when that, or it would have been 3rd and 13. That was on the second down right after Jones had gotten sacked. So, yeah, that was a huge, absolutely huge penalty, which got the Washington football team in trouble there. So, Jody, I've used Bovada a little bit before. I don't know when you started using them, but personally with Bovada, their lines are a little juiced. It used to be way worse. I think I discussed this on Monday. Like, back in the day, it was like minus 115 on like a 5 dimes or something, and then be like 155 on Bovada. But I do think they've come up and realized they can't be that sports book anymore. So yeah, it's going to be a little interesting to see on how these different states do try to keep up with maybe some offshore betting as well. But Bovada also has been decent in payouts. That was the only offshore book that we started with that actually paid us out without having to contact customer service. Now, I think as we mentioned on Monday Night Football, we use Bet Now. We just cashed out a couple grand the other day, and all they did, well, the cool thing that they do first is they just refund your credit card, what you may have put on it if you put your credit card as a use of deposit. But once that's all refunded, and a lot of places do that too, but once that's all refunded, it literally took 6 hours, and then they approved the rest of the payout. So I do like Bet. Yeah, Raging Cajuns are killing Ohio. That was probably a bad bet on our part. We'll have to see. Raging Cajuns are a very good team. We'll have to see, though. We'll have to see. What else we got? Yeah, does anybody, now that you mentioned crypto, listen, I don't know if I feel old. I know Al is old school. I don't know what everybody's age is out there, but I'm in my late 30s, and I have to be honest with you, and this looks like a bad injury here as the cart's on the field. I do not know what you guys feel about cryptocurrency and using it within the sports betting world. I just can't get into it. I know there's a lot of bonuses that come with that stuff. I know they're trying to use it more. I know it's a big thing in the world, but myself and my team, we just can't get into the cryptocurrency. Not a big fan of it. So, does anybody out there use the cryptocurrency? Does anybody use it? So it looks like it's going to be a little break here. Let's take a look. That minus 3.5 has gone down to minus 106 now. So it is it's getting a little interesting on how many people are still taking the Washington football team to win this. But it'll have to play out on its own. Al's old school. Hate the paper trails. Trey, I didn't see the play. What was it? Was it bad? Was it awful? Is it one of those plays that they can't show on TV? Chris, this Sunday game, you're live betting Bengals Bears. We're going to see some wide variance in games odds. I got Cincinnati +2. Yeah, so that's 100% a good observance of a game that you're going to get probably some interesting variance. I could actually see the same with the Cowboys and the Chargers game. And I think that game could get interesting as well. So I'm going to be tuned into that. For sure, that's maybe high scoring. And I think you're going to get some interesting variances with maybe the over-under on that game, too, if something doesn't happen right off the bat. So, thanks, Trey, for clarifying. Yeah, I was watching. I didn't see them show anything. And to be honest, I thought I would have seen it live because he was in the screen, but we just weren't paying attention to it. Chris, yeah, I do think that's a good game. I do think that's a great game to watch on Sunday. Hey guys, as a reminder, tomorrow NCAA football picks are coming out 6:45. We have 3 bets. We have a game that's going on at noon on our list. We have a game that's on at 7:30, and I think we have a game that's on around maybe 6 o'clock. So we got 3 picks tomorrow coming out at 6:45. We just picked our NFL picks that comes out around 6:45 on Earth. I don't know when we're going to set it out, but that'll be Saturday. And then we are live streaming the Browns game at 1 o'clock. That's the Houston Texans Browns opener. So we're looking forward to live streaming that 1 o'clock. And that is if we can wake up after the whole day spending at South Bend, Indiana. But let's see. If I have energy and profit, I'll be in-gaming that one. Yeah, Chris, that's probably a good idea. New York team total over or under 17.5. Did you just take that live? Let me see what I have. I'm getting, so now, you probably had that beforehand, because I'm getting 22.5 over under, so I assume you took that beforehand. Jody Bovada is 3.5 for plus 105. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, there's some buyback right now on Washington as the game's finally back on. I hope that guy's okay. I didn't catch a name. Let me know if you caught his name. I was talking to you guys. And Barkley, right off the bat, goes for a long run. And that's the Saquon that we know and love. And, they had to have stopped. And, yeah, they stopped the betting. They immediately stopped the betting on that. So we got it at minus 3.5, and Jody just told me you're getting that plus money over at Bovada. This is a great opportunity, and this was a good opportunity after 2 drives of seeing Taylor Heinicke, who didn't do well, especially on third down. That the Giants, I think, are a little underrated in this game. Nico, crypto's the way to go. They instantly do withdrawals and transactions are very fast. I 100% agree with you. I have done a crypto transaction. I've done that. I've tried it out. As Jones does a end around to 16, and is that 16 or 19? I can't see. Oh, that's 18. I don't have him on my big board. That's and I think his name is board. So. Yeah, no, I understand those transactions are fast and great and everything. Here's my issue is it's past my era. You're probably a much younger guy than me, Nico, and I just did not grow up with stuff like that, so I kind of stick to what I know, and Al can back me up on that. Paper and pencil. As Daniel Jones on 2nd and 4 is going to hand off, and it's going to be 3rd and short here. Just a couple gained there by Barkley. Jody, what's in New Jersey? Is that Bovada? What's in New Jersey? Oh, it's the Jersey. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. It's the Jersey. Yeah, Barkley looked like he did that at Penn State. Yeah. Penn State game this weekend should be fun. Penn State Auburn, top 25 matchup over at Beaver Stadium. That should be fun. 77 rushing yards to 1, and if you, before the game, said that, you'd probably think it was Washington, and that looks like it's going to be a false start. Yep. Oh, no, they took a timeout. So on 3rd and 2, the Giants took a timeout. Look at Al giving a free 3-team college football 6-point teaser. Al didn't look at any of those games. I didn't have any of those games on my betting card. I usually look at all the games. I make my own lines, or our team makes our own lines, and then we cut it down to about 20 by Tuesday night, and then we cut it down to about 6, 3 of which we give out, and 3 of which we give to our members over at grandstandbettors.com by Friday afternoon. But we did not have any of those. Those are interesting. Might have to just write those down and play them myself, but good luck. That looks awesome, man. 9-0. Mike, he's been on fire. Actually, Al, we gave you a nice little shout-out at the beginning of our NCAA football pick video. That's a false start. Okay, so they took a timeout to then take a false start, where they could have just taken a false start and saved the timeout. So here's the good old Giants for you. But yeah, so that video is coming out tomorrow night with 3 bets. Should be a good weekend of football. Very excited to go to Notre Dame this weekend. First time I've been to Notre Dame since I was 10 years old. It'll be 28 years since I've been to Notre Dame Stadium. I've seen Notre Dame play, just not at Notre Dame in that time because I have not lived close by. But very excited about that. 3rd and 7. Daniel Jones, that almost took them into some deep field goal. They're going to try to get that back. And here comes a rush, and he's going to get sacked. And listen, here we go. Here's a reason to play the under there. Daniel Jones gets sacked. The 3rd down defense has been unreal. Was that Chase Young? Did that plus 100 just hit? Did they give that to Chase? Let's see. He comes off the edge there. I thought he grabbed him, but I thought 90 was in there. Are they giving that to Young? See, I don't think they're going to give that full sack to Chase there. It looks like 90 had him. In fact, I might just give it all to 90. I don't know if Chase was actually the person who did it. 1967 versus Air Force. Who won, Al? Who won? I'm guessing in 1967 it was probably the Irish, but who knows? All right, little timeout here. 4th and 13. Let's take a look at the live betting, and it's off the board. I don't think Vegas knows what to do with this game right now. I don't think they have any idea. Daniel Jones is still 4 of 5 with 45 yards passing. Barkley, he rattled off a nice 41-yard run, but if you take that 41-yard run away, he actually only has 3 carries for 5 yards. Gibson and the entire Washington football team has rushed 1 time for 1 yard. Heinicke's 2 for 4 for 12 yards. I mean, this is starting off exactly like the Raiders and the Ravens from Monday night. So I guess that means maybe actually, here's a good live bet we're going to look at. We're going to look at the over second half total if this can stay under a lot here. If we could stay under 14 points here in this first half, I would be interested. I bet you the second half point total is somewhere around 17.5 points, and I'd be willing to take that over for that. I'd 100% be willing to take that over. So, yeah, I'm sure Notre Dame won that, Al, especially back then. Yeah, it did look like the whole team got the QB, Chris. 3.5 Giants, even money right now. That's what you're getting, Jody? I mean, how can you still not like that? Al, you and I did agree on the under on this. And listen, you said you were superstitious, or very superstitious. I'll tell you right now, we're probably a lot alike. I'm the most superstitious person. You should see the ritual I have before Notre Dame games. It's borderline psychotic. And you know what? I'm not going to be able to do it since I'll be at the game this Saturday, and I'd probably almost get arrested if I did it in the stadium. So I'll definitely not do it. Chris is getting -3, 42.5, 41.5, so that's trending down. They just popped mine up. Mine's at 42.5 as well. It hasn't popped down to 41. Actually, it just went up to 43.5. Up, right back down to 42.5. So that's flip-flopping there. Bettors don't know right now how to take this game. There's been a lot of stop and go here. So we have the punter out here, Dixon. Dixon is going to punt, and he's going to try to pin them back. And it's not a. I think, like, I know they're pinned on the 10, but you got to let that bounce and just stand behind it. I think that's awful punt coverage. You know, everybody's high-fiving this guy, but you could have stood there and it was like coffin corner. So I don't understand why I didn't let that go. Chris, did you take that at -3? Are you taking that, or are you just going to let it play out? Trey, you took for what it's worth, I have under. I thought you had over. Who took over? Somebody took over, I thought. All right. There's a pitch to Gibson, who's going to get about 5. Not a bad pitch. There wasn't really much running room. He just kind of found some holes there, but... $40 in Oregon. Wow. So the lottery, the lottery commission decided to put it all the way down to 40. Interesting. Notre Dame 6 times at ND and 3 times at Pittsburgh. At Pittsburgh, do they play in Heinz Field or do they have their own stadium? I can't remember. So 2nd and 4 here on the 16. The Washington football team is going to throw downfield, and that is caught by Brown. What a catch. To be honest with you, when it was in the air, I actually thought it was probably over his head and may get intercepted. It looked a little high, but Brown has some jump on him. And yeah, that's a great catch. That's a great catch. The Washington football team is now all the way out. I think that's across the 40 now. So looks like Heinicke is starting to move the football just a little bit. It's been 2 plays, so let's not get overzealous, but that was their first down. Handoff to Carter on a jet sweep, it looks like, and he's going to get about 2 yards. Trey says that pass was sexy. Oh, thanks, Chris. Yeah, okay. Thanks for keeping us up. So they do now, but so what was Pitt Stadium? Was that where the Steelers played as well? Or was it just specifically for the Pittsburgh Panthers? It's okay, mine is too, but I feel like mine's more alcohol-induced. So it's 2nd and 8. Washington football team, play action fake by Heinicke. He goes up top and gets his receiver there. He had to throw it up high, but there's reception number 2. Scary Terry there, Trey. Number 2 on the night. Heinicke's throwing the ball high. I would not be surprised if he throws an interception tonight that's high. Just for the college team. Okay. Never knew that. This is why we all learn something every single day. 1st and 10, just over midfield. Heinicke's going to hand it off, and that is going to be... Who is that? That's not Gibson, is it? Is it 24? Sometimes these guys won't turn around. It pisses me off. And I didn't write Gibson down on my big board. I don't know why. Yeah, it was. 24 is Gibson. Okay. Good to know. So it's 2nd and 5 here. Heinicke shotgun. Nobody in the backfield with him. And he goes across to Scary Terry again. 3rd reception in the first quarter. Trey's on to something. Trey is on to something with Terry. So it's going to be 3rd and short, but that is the end of the first quarter. And not too exciting with the exception of Barkley with a 41-yard run and with Terry 3 receptions. So it's going to be close. Over-under right now's right where we took it. It's actually at 41.5. It just keeps moving. I can't even keep up. So you can get plus money at under 37.5. You can get right about even money at 40.5. The line is interesting to me, though. The Giants minus 4.5 right now is plus 147. I just can't see the Washington football team winning this game so far. Let me clarify. So far, more than 4.5 points. Or I'm sorry, the Giants losing this game winning this game by less than 5 points, I would say. I love that over 5.5. Yeah. Anyone take the under for Ohio? Did anybody take the under for that game? What's the score? What was the total on that game? We didn't look at the total. I imagine it's high with Louisiana Lafayette. They usually put up quite a bit of points here. The game of the century in East Lansing, 1966. Al dropping the knowledge tonight. It ended up 10-10. So I think if a game ended 10-10 and people paid money to go see it right now, I don't think they'd be as excited as probably people back then. And maybe they weren't. When your dad got home from that game, Al, did he say that it was a great game, or did he say, I can't believe it ended in a tie, and that's what we paid money for? Let's see here. Let's dive into some more lines. Also, we'll get into some more lines maybe later about week 2. I'm not going to tip our hand on what our NFL bets are as they're coming out on Saturday. We did film it tonight, so I'm sure the lines might change a little bit, but we can't stop that from happening. So hopefully they're about the same when we send that out. Start of the second quarter. We're on under 40.5 here. Washington has woken up a little bit here at the end of the first quarter, coming into the second. It's 3rd and 1. You got to think they're going to go for it twice here. But Heinicke is 5 of 7 for 50 yards. He's in shotgun with Gibson to his right. They're going to hand it off to Gibson, and he's going to go nowhere, maybe half a yard. And that's a good spot. I was worried about where they were going to spot him. He did not get the first down, and that's a good spot. So it's 4th down. They're going to go for it, and most likely, I mean, I rarely have seen a team not be able to get 1 inch. And the Giants don't have the best run defense in the world, so I think that this is probably doable here. I just see an under center, and they're not even boxing up, so it's going to be a QB sneak. Right up, there it comes, and he still gets it. Yeah, so it's a 1st down, and we saw that coming in for sure. Itty Bitty is in the hoe. She's in the house. So Itty, we bet on the under 40.5. It looks like that's gonna have to be a hard sweat here, especially towards the end. I think. He said the game of the century, which ended in a 10-10 tie, was awesome. Things were different back then. Kids would hate that. I mean, I wouldn't personally hate it, but we'll have to see. 1st and 10. Hand off to Gibson, and it's about a 6-yard carry. Things are starting to go well here for Washington. Itty, you didn't bet on this game. Well, for our YouTube channel, we always give out a bet. If we didn't, live stream, we did do 2 player props that were for sure bets. So we'll see if those can come in. This is hopefully a better game than the first quarter. 2nd down, that's going to be a 1st down. Was that to Terry again? No, that was to Gibson. So it's wow, that's a bad spot. That was a 1st down for sure, in my opinion. I guess it's 3rd and 1 here. That's kind of interesting that nobody's going to take a look at that. They're going to hand it off to Gibson, and he's going to get stuffed, and it's going to be 4th down. No, see? Now that's a horrible spot. Whatever, they made up for it. Okay, so it's 1st down Washington. I don't know who's spotting the football, but that guy is absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. Yeah, we think the under was probably the best bet trend-wise, just the way the 2 teams' defenses play and the offenses play with a backup QB. But, I mean, it's just sweating the under sucks. I hate sweating the under. Heinicke's back to throw and looks wide open on the sideline there is number 17. That's Terry with his 4th catch. He's going to go over his total in the first half here, guys. He has 4 catches. I wonder what his yardage is. He's got to be around 60 maybe, something like that. He is, was that his 4th catch? Maybe he's at 40. Yeah, 4 for 40. So pretty good first quarter in a couple minutes here for Terry. Oh, idiot! In basketball, it's awful. I can't stand watching I'm not a big basketball fan anyways, but the under in basketball, I mean, it's just awful. And Heinicke towards the end zone. That's a touchdown for Washington. And guess who? Terry with his 5th pass. And there it is, 7-6. And, you know, that looked like a much better drive. In for the Washington football team. What are you telling me, Trey? You have over 67.5? Is that the Ohio game you talking about, or what game are you talking about there? So the secondary of the Giants looked absolutely awful there. 7-6 as Hopkins comes on to kick the extra point. That's going to be up and good. 7-7. We got to change the quarter. We are in quarter number 2. Guys got to keep me on my toes there. There we go. Quarter number 2. Sorry, Itty. Yeah. Put it up on the top shelf. What are you talking about? I don't know what Trey's talking about. So let's look at the live betting. All of a sudden, now the Giants are getting plus money at -0.5. Plus money at -0.5. They're plus 125 right now. You can get the Giants plus 5.5 for 188 or plus 2.5 for 102. There might be some hedge opportunities here with our -3.5 if we could get maybe plus 6.5 or 7.5. You got to think that it's not going to be an 8-point difference one way or the other. So 7-7, Washington and the Giants tied up here. Heinicke play well, 8 of 10. I mean, if anything you can say about this guy is his completion percentage is probably the best in the NFL all the time. Last week, 11 for 14. He's already 8 for 10. And it's not like he doesn't throw down the field. Both those last 2 passes to Terry was, at least 15, maybe 20 yards. Well, not the last second. The second one was only like 12 yards, but the one before that was like 20. He's averaging 8 yards a pass. I mean, it is what it is. But I hate this. My internet goes out sometimes. Am I back? Sorry, guys. Sometimes my internet's spotty. I don't know why. But sometimes it goes out. I just lost like 7 people of not many people. But it's okay. Those of you that stuck around, I appreciate it. I'm not sure why it goes out like that, but sometimes it does. Hey, but we're back. Let me know. Somebody let me know if you guys can hear me now. So we have the Washington football team kicking off 7-7, 11-16. Thanks, Trey. Appreciate it, bud. Awesome. Thanks, Jody. 7-7, and it's going to go through the end zone. This is, it's been, you know what? Comparative to the first half of the Ravens-Raiders game, this has actually been a little more exciting. Not with star players or anything, but it's been a decent first quarter and a couple 5 minutes. Hey, sports betting chick, what's up, girl? Hey, how's it going? Thank you. I didn't even know you were here. Al, unfortunately, it's with Spectrum, which has the worst customer service out of any provider I have ever seen in my entire life. I can't even tell you the horror stories. But the problem is we also, as Jones across the middle throws about 15 yards over the head of Shepard, I think there. That was absolutely awful, or maybe that was Galladay. But we actually use YouTube TV, so the other problem is when I actually know when I go out because then the TV pauses on me because it's through the sports betting chick lurking in the background. Sports betting chick, did you bet on this game? Are you looking at any bets? What's going on? As they hand off to Barkley, and that is going to be about a 7-yard carry. Nice carry by, I'm sorry, that was Booker. Booker is now in. He got the carry for 8 yards. And it's 7 here still with about 11 minutes left in the second quarter. Al, who are you with? Because if you're going to change over to Spectrum, they better be absolutely awful. Also, Spectrum's pricey. We only pay for the internet since we go through YouTube TV. But it's still like $80 a month for internet. 3rd and 3. Daniel Jones back to pass. He's got a guy wide open to his left, but gets sacked. He absolutely needs to look left there. Absolutely needs to look left. He had a first down, would not get off of his progression. He stayed on 1 and 2, and he would not get off and pass it to the left. He was on number 80. So he was looking at Rudolph. But if you look to the left, there's a guy wide open. I can't see who that is. Absolutely wide open. You didn't bet this game, sports betting chick? Maybe once Washington decides on an actual team name. Speaking of which, guys, of all the team names, as Dixon's out here to punt on 4th and 10, he's going to drive one pretty decent, and that's fair caught at the 33. Speaking of team names for Washington football team, which is actually one of the finalists of the team names, what do you guys think they should call Washington football team? What do you guys think it should be? Let's look at the live betting here while you guys tell me what you guys think it should be. We have plus 1.5 now for the Giants is actually plus money. That makes sense, especially after the last drive Heinicke drove the football team on. The over-under, though, still at 43.5, so a little bit higher than what we took for the game. We'll see if that can stay steady. We need probably to hit the under a good stop here. That would be nice to have a good stop here. I wish we could bet on the team name. I wish we could 100% bet on the team name. Mike says the Indians. Mike, I know, is a Cleveland Indians fan from previous chats in the live stream. I think Mike is bitter, and I don't think the Indians would work. But, Jody, the Washington Red Foxes, you like that? Can you give me background on that? You probably know more about why that would be a team name. Yeah, Viking. Jones is missing a ton of wide open receivers. Just not good at all. Just not good at all. Al, see, man, you're young at heart. It's too confusing with WFT and WTF. To be honest, their play is more like WTF than it is WFT. Washington Warriors, but ownership won't do that name. Chris, why won't they do that name? Because that actually sounds like it would be a good name, considering, they're in Washington, D.C. It would have something to do with veterans, I would assume. That's one of the finals, you believe? Okay. The Red Foxes or the Warriors? Too many animals in the NFL. Mike is pissing off PETA as we speak. Yeah, Warriors. Yeah, I agree. It could be taken. It could be seen as. Like a warrior, like an Indian maybe, or something like that. So you're right. That's probably too close. Yes, you're 100% correct. I do like the Red Foxes, though, but I want to know what the meaning behind that is. I'm still with Al. Maybe instead of WFT, we do call them Washington the Football. So it's 1st and 10 here on the 33-yard line. And Heinicke's under center with 2 to the left, 1 to the right. And he's going to play action this to a screen pass to 82 is Logan Thomas. And that's going to go for about 8.5 yards. That's a great play call. It was a little up. That there is a flag on the play. We'll have to see. There was a lot there blocking, so we'll have to see if somebody got a hold. Presidents. Someone suggested the Red Hogs, Red Wolves. Wow. What? So it's funny, though, how the word red might still... That's a personal foul on Washington on Cosme, and that's going to bring them back a lot there on what was a nice play. Oh, and to be honest, that's a target in college. Guys, tell me that's not a target in college. That guy's getting kicked out in college in like 5 seconds with that hit. I'm not saying it's awful. I'm just saying he would be kicked out very fast in the college level. So it's 1st and 22 from the 21 of the Washington football team. Heinicke back to throw, and he's going deep, and he threw it high. You can't call pass interference on that. And he's looking for a flag, but that was very highly thrown. In fact, remember I just said last series the guy's going to end up throwing a pick high, and that could have been one because, to be honest, if 29 would have sat back knowing how high that was, he probably could have just grabbed it. But he's not... His accuracy is good under 15 yards, but when he starts throwing long, I don't know if he just gets a little too amped up, but he really just slings the ball high. 2nd and 22 from the 21 here. Heinicke back to throw, goes up top again and again over the receiver. So 2 straight long balls over the receiver. That one was intended for Logan Thomas. The Washington Federalists and the Crusaders. Are those guys, are you giving me ones that are actually on the list? Does anybody have the actual list of Washington football team? With Fitzpatrick being on the team, does anybody care if we call them the Washington Red Beards? The Red Beards? Beards? Is that how you say it? Beards? Sorry, Beards. It's Beards. And there's 3rd and 22, and you cannot let him... Okay, so they did a little screen pass across the middle but to McKissick, but you cannot let that guy go 22 yards, and they finally get him down. But the punt team is going to come on, and you're going to have Way here punted away. Monuments is one of the finalists. So Red Wolves and Warriors. Craig Jackson, thanks for joining in. I appreciate it on the stream. Hit that like button, buddy. Keep us going on the channel if you have a minute. Total's still not moving. I know. Let's take a look at the live betting after this punt here. A little flag. They're probably going to false start to back way up here. Federalists, no. Yeah, I didn't think so. That seems like probably inappropriate. Just a recap, Ohio Bobcats did just score a touchdown before halftime to cut the lead 14-7. Raging Cajuns are up 7, but kind of trying to drive here to score at the end of the first half. We'll see how that plays out. Way, 4th and 15 now. It's going to punt it, and it is a very short punt, but takes a very favorable Washington bounce, and they'll down it at the 21.5-yard line. So the live betting is going to be off the board here for a second. When it comes back on, we'll get into that. We'll definitely get into the live betting. I want to talk about more of the Redskins here in the second half of this game. See, I called them the Redskins. I knew I was going to do it. It took me a quarter and a half. We'll talk about the Washington football team name. I knew I was going to do it. Guys, to be honest with you, I was reading a sports official magazine that you can buy like at a bookstore, okay? I grabbed it yesterday. I saw an article that I wanted to read. I grabbed it. I open up to the 3rd page, and would you know, they wrote the Oakland Raiders in bold on a title of an article. So it's not just like, it's very hard for a lot of people to like with these name changes. The only name change I think that was the easiest was the LA Rams from St. Louis. I can say the LA Rams very easily, and I think it's because there were an LA Rams beforehand, but these Las Vegas Raiders is very new to me. The Washington football team is just a mouthful to say every time. So let me know. Do you guys still mess up with some of these team names? I sure do. 44.5 you snagged is looking like a little high. You snagged it and you think it's high, or it's been high for a while? So the live betting is back on. Washington football team is actually now plus a half, but not good value. You're getting like minus 166. The over, right where we started, 41.5, and it's shaded to the under, minus 133. So interesting team totals up there, though. The Giants are at 20.5, and the Washington football team is at 21.5. The first half team total, I would take a shot at, but Both of them are at 9.5, and they're very highly juiced. They're both over minus 180, and that's just not something I like to bet on personally. Speaking of which, because our channel is all about betting, do you guys have like a juice number that you won't go above? In all honesty, I will not bet over minus 130. And I'm even talking baseball. I still think the best way to become a winning bettor is to find the value and not risk losing large amounts of units in betting high-juiced games. I see these people bet like minus 325, minus 225, or even do like the big money parlays, like 5 teams all over minus 300, and then one still loses. And they still lose a unit. Like I just think you need to look at value a little more, and that's something like I really, with my channel and my and our family at GrandstandBettors.com, that's something that we really teach is to find the value instead of betting high. Jones across the middle for about 3 yards on 1st and 10 there. 8 minutes left in the second quarter. Let's see, Los Angeles Chargers are still San Diego to me. Okay, Al, you're right. They're 100%. I forgot about them. In fact, last year, we made a major faux pas on one of our NFL pick videos. We would not stop saying the word San Diego, and we didn't realize it until we posted it, so that was kind of awful. 2nd and 6, Daniel Jones on a QB sneak is going to get the first down. If he would have... Oh, they're not going to give it to him. It's going to be 3rd and short as he, I guess, gave himself up short of the first down is what they're saying. But, he didn't slide feet first there, so I don't really think if you go head first, I feel like you should be able to slide. Unless something dramatic happens before the half, we won't sniff. Yeah, no, I think you're right, Chris. I think you're right. Mike won't go over 200. That's pretty high, Mike. That's pretty high. That's 2-1. That means if you lose 5 200 bets, you're minus 10 units, which means you could lose 10 plus 100 bets, and it'd be the same thing. So, I agree, but you have degenerate bets. So, Jody, you bet esports, something we couldn't get into. We just could not get into the esports thing, mainly because we spend all our time. I mean, sports betting is a full-time gig. I mean, you have to research and watch and analyze. We already rewatched the Raiders thing. By the way, those of you that joined us and were a part and watching the Eli telecast, we rewatched it. It was hilarious. I love Peyton Manning. That guy is so funny. I hope they continue to do that. 3rd and 1 up the middle, and they're going to get that first down on the 32-yard line for the Giants with about 7 minutes left here in the first half. 140 with shaving points or teasing. I agree, Chris. I think that's good. Viking money line or parlay for juice? Well, so if you parlay, I would say I wouldn't go any higher than minus 200 if I'm doing a 2-team parlay. Like, that's as high as I still would go on parlays. As Jones dumps it off to Barkley, and he gets close to the first down. About 9-yard gain there on a screen pass. Chris got Tampa Bay minus 800. On a 5-team parlay. Well, I mean, okay. I mean, I'm not. Listen, you guys do what you guys know what you like to do. I'm just speaking conversation as they hand off. No, Jones takes it, and this is the problem with Jones in the over. Look at Jones. Jones is going to get a touchdown. Jones just ran 50 yards for a touchdown, and you got to be kidding me. Oh, there's a flag. There's a flag, and it's probably not coming back, or maybe it is because I see a lot of people. We'll see. Is it coming back? For the under, man, we could really use this coming back. It is coming back. I mean, there was a massive hole. But where's it at? Wow. Board. Yeah, that's awful. So, hold on. Let's look at Craig. Is this your parlay? Chicago, St. Louis, Phoenix, and Arizona. Is that for this Sunday? You got that going on? Also, hilarious, Itty, because, listen, what I was saying before Jones is like, we'll never hate on what anybody bets. We'll never hate on what anybody bets. But it only came back to the 22, so that kind of stinks. So, 1st and 10 from the 22. It looked like maybe offsides, free play. Oh, man. That was Galladay, who we have our prop bet on. That could have been a touchdown. We would have taken that. We have 2 units on that. That would have been awesome. And he could have had it, too. He could have had it. It looks like a hold there too, but they didn't call that. But listen, so guys, when you bet parlays, to be honest, 18 years ago when I started betting, I used to bet parlays all the time. As Daniel Jones goes up top and look for Galladay again, and there's going to be pass interference there. 2 times to Galladay towards the end zone, and we can't get a reception. When I started 18 years ago betting, I made so many mistakes. I lost so much money. I used to do parlay after parlay after parlay, high juice money parlays. I used to do 18 parlays all the time. It was awful. And then I just kept learning. It leaked so much money for me. Now, will I throw the occasional, parlay every week on college football? Yeah, I will. In fact, our family at Grandstand Bettors, if you're actually a part of the top 2 tiers of our memberships, the owner's package and the club level package, we actually do a people's parlay, as it's a quick pass out to Slayton or Shepard there for about 1 yard. We do a people's parlay where we actually do a $10 10-team parlay every Saturday, and if it hits, we give all the winnings out to our family at Grandstand Bettors. So that's pretty cool. We've gotten close to, 6 months ago, we hit 9 out of 10, and our members were almost going to split $6,000 if the last one hit, but it didn't hit. So, parlays are just a setup. Let me catch up on some of these. I hate to go on the tangent for you guys. 437, that's pretty good. You hit 78% of your parlays week 1. That's fantastic. Plus 700 ROI. Congrats, Chris. Parlays are set up. You always get hit every time. Yeah, I know. And especially, you know what's funny about moneyline parlays, especially with like minus 200 to minus 350 teams, one of those is losing. They're always going to lose. Now, if you can find who's going to lose, as it's 3rd and 8 and they're not going to be, that line is nowhere near where the first down marker was. They're going to cook a field goal here, it looks like, on 4th and 2. So that would be 17 points, which would make it what? We need 24 in the second half. It's going to be close. That's the cities the Cardinals have played in. Sorry, Craig. It's hard multitasking. So 4th and 2 here. 4th and 2. Field goal attempt by Gano. Hey, a block or a miss here would be absolutely fantastic for the under. But nobody's missing from there. So it is 10-7. 10-7. The Giants do look like the better team for sure. Let me catch up on some of this chat. Yeah, very true, Eddie. I agree 100%. Chris doesn't F around with his parlays. Good on you, Chris. Good on you. Eddie doesn't do parlays. Guys, first of all, if you're new and you don't know who Eddie is a fantastic bettor. She's been with Grandstand Bettors. She's been a friend of the family, friend of the channel for since the beginning almost. And I gotta be honest, she's spot on usually on her bets. So if you ever see Eddie, if you're lucky enough to see Eddie drop a bet in the chat in any shape, way, or form, make sure you pay attention. Yeah, I get what you were saying now, Craig. That's the cities they were in. Yep. But you know what? I mean, that's why it's so easy not to say St. Louis Rams, because they've just been everywhere else. 70-30 parlay teaser. Okay, Chris, that's good. That's a good theory or a way to go there. Here and there, I do 3-team parlay and hit, but not doing it every time. You'll be pissed. You make more money just betting on individual games. Yeah, I hit an 8. You hit an 8K parlay on your birthday last year? Wow, that's fantastic. Biggest parlay we hit was about $4,000, but we did a 3-teamer with a bunch of underdogs for football about 2 years ago. And to be honest, we had probably been drinking a little bit. So that's the other thing, guys. As you notice, I'm drinking water tonight. When we have bets or when we're betting, I might have a couple drinks here and there. During the Browns game, I won't usually bet as the football team takes it out. But drinking when you're betting is also another way to lose money. So make sure you don't bet. In fact, when I'm drinking, I usually give my phone to my wife so that she doesn't, or that I cannot bet while I'm drinking. So that's another way to definitely lose money. Chris has a high IQ. Fantastic, Chris. That makes one of us. Yeah, Eddie, you're an OG here. I need to get Eddie a plaque or something. So, 1st and 10, let's get back to the game. 4:05 left, 10-7 Giants. Heinicke is going to hand it off to Gibson, who gets a nice little push there across the line for a first down. It's going to be 1st and 10 on the 26-yard line. So what do you guys think about the game so far? I mean, it hasn't been really exciting. Do you think the Giants here, we'll have to get into some line betting, but do you think the Giants here are the team that's going to come out with a victory? Or do you think actually Washington and Heinicke is going to be able to pull this off? Right now, I don't have any live. Oh, there's the live bets. It's at 40.5 now, the over-under. And what a great stop there on Gibson out of the backfield. That was a fantastic stop. See, I defer anything of knowledge to Al. I feel like Al has a good head on his shoulders. I like the guy a lot. He's been with us now for a couple of months or a few months. And I can tell that Al has... Chris, you may have a high IQ, but Al has wisdom, and I'll take wisdom any day, as there's a great pass across the middle. That is to number 82, Logan Thomas. It's first down at the 50 for Washington football team. But Al thinks parlays are for suckers. Being that said, with the new parlay calculator, it's a lot more fair. I thought Al was going to say, with that said, I have a 16 parlay this weekend. Although he did post a teaser, so. Little out pass there. I believe that's the Humphreys who gets a first down. This over is not going to be good here if any of these teams score a touchdown in the next 2 minutes, and it looks like Washington wants to go down and do that. Again, Heinicke, 13-17. This guy is very efficient, and he can throw the ball like the best of them. Idiot one time accidentally betted the opposite game when he was drunk. He was so mad and ended up winning. Hey, that could be the best. Oh, and Humphreys falls down and goes out of bounds. They're going no huddle here, really, and that's the 2-minute warning. Eddie, I'm not going to lie. I have definitely done that. I have definitely bet the wrong game, and it has won as well. Sometimes it's lost. I've done it more than once, to be honest, but... Yeah, Alf, what's next week's Thursday? We haven't even looked far enough ahead, because we have the live stream on Sunday with the Browns game against the Texans, and then we're live streaming the Green Bay and the Detroit Lions game on Monday, but we haven't even looked ahead to week number 3 yet. Somebody let me know what that Thursday night game is. Chris says, so far the game's exactly what he expected. I think that I'm usually a guy that takes the over. The under looked a little bit nice this time, but to be honest with you here, that over's just so low, I can just see... it just being like a 21-20 game that gets over maybe that 40.5. So Steelers jump from -5.5 to -6.5 in 10 minutes this afternoon. That's crazy, Chris. That's crazy. That's actually kind of... that seems to me like it's recreational money coming in on that, because I think sharp money are going to take the Raiders there. Couldn't find an injury or COVID with news. Yeah. Second half total set at 20.5. If there's no, so that would be 37. I think if you're going to take the over, you take the over now. I think you take the over. In fact, I'm going to live bet the over 20.5 now. In fact, but let me see what I'm actually getting. Second half team total. Yeah, I'm getting 20.5 as well. So I'm going to take it. I'm going to take the second half over 20.5. It's kind of a little bit of a hedge on our under, but I think these two teams could put up 3 touchdowns in the second half. I think that's good. I didn't click the button yet because it didn't go through. See, the live bet didn't go through, and now they took it off the board, and I feel like that's the gods telling me not to take it. But then also when it wins, it's like, why didn't that go through? All right, so we're not on that. We're actually not on that. Steelers minus 105. That's interesting that they're minus 105 with a 6.5 line. Itty, I like the Panthers as well a lot. I actually like the Texans-Browns maybe to go over. I think the Browns defense is actually pretty suspect. I don't think it's just Patrick Mahomes. I think it could be Tyrod Taylor too. So a little handoff there. Oh, and he falls down, but he gets the first down. That was absolutely awful. Why is everybody tripping? Need to be tied at half, then Washington full game plus 1,400. What do you mean, Trey? Tied at half and then Washington full game? You took that bet? Okay, yeah. I'll tail that. Mine didn't go through, Jody. Did yours go through? I didn't go through. I wish it just had... live betting sometimes is just too fast. You can't get that bet in. Yeah, Chris, I like that. I think both these teams could do it. You have a little bit higher total. I'm kind of glad mine didn't go over. We'll have to see. What's this booth review on? Where he was down? I forgot, Al, you are a retired math teacher. You did bring that up. 50 years experience in gaming and gambling and the love for stats and probability. I know you brought that up 100%. In fact, I talked to my team about you, and later this year, or sometime, you and I are going to have a Zoom call or something, if not only just to get to know each other, but we were talking about you the other day on how you were a retired math teacher and how you have about 32 more years of gambling experience than we do. So, yes, wisdom will always trump in IQ, though. Chris has got the Giants first half, Washington for the win. It's plus 600. Okay, yeah. Maybe they'll show up for you. Next Thursday, Carolina and Texans. Oh, good Lord. And it's at Houston. Okay, well, I can already tell that these live streams on Thursday, with the exception of the opening night, are going to be a little rough going here. But it's 3rd and 1. They did mark him short after the booth review. Minute 24 left, and almost gets stuffed, but does get the first down. Tick, 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 tick here, though. 1:16 left in the first half. Double result bet, feel good about. No odds locked. I'm shopping other lines. Yeah, Jody, I think right now it's probably a good idea to wait till halftime, see what the halftime bets are, and then reevaluate. Especially not knowing the outcome of this drive, which it looks like they're going to have a good opportunity to score a touchdown as McKissick gets a 6-yard gain there. Second down, and they're going no huddle. They have all 3 timeouts, too. So, you know what worries me? This Giants defense, since the first 2 drives, has not looked good at all. And there again, Terry gets his 6th catch. I think he's over his total now. And they're down to the 11. They're going to score a touchdown here for sure. My latest self-help read said I should brag more. What are you reading? I'll defer to Itty. What are you reading? Gumbo, written by a Southern dude. Good stuff. Gumbo. All right, guys, just a reminder, at halftime, we are going to take a break, rehydrate, get some water, come back, and it's definitely going to be a fun and interesting sweat here in the second half. especially when Washington scores a touchdown here. This is really when we could use an interception of some sort if you're on the under here. So it's 1st and 10 from the 11. I feel like they're going to look Terry's way again here. I think Trey's all over Terry, and they go to actually Brown, but the Giants are playing so far off these guys that they're just doing fun. This is why his completion percentage is so high. They're literally passing for 5 yards every single time. 5 yards. That's all they're doing. 5 yards. Just absolutely awful if you're trying to get the under here. Yeah, first half, and he has a receiving prop. 100%. 100%. Ron Rivera. You guys think he... I actually thought he was pretty good with Carolina, but I don't know. This drive, Taylor Heinicke, 7-7 for 66 yards. There's 30 seconds left. They're going to throw a 5-yard touchdown pass from literally the 5-yard line. Get him! Oh, they do get him. And now it's 3rd and 3 on the 3. So this is a huge down. And if you're the Giants, did Washington take their last time out? That's a little interesting if they did, because any play inbounds that's not a touchdown would actually run the clock, and then you got to run your field goal team out there. Panthers made us money in week 1, Eddie. We had them -4. We had to sweat that game at the end. Oh my gosh, the they were up 12-0 and then 19-7, and they just let the Jets score on some awful secondary protection. Here we go, 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. This is really probably the under in my opinion. Absolutely the under, and their Giants are going to take a timeout. So, Giants didn't know what they were going to come out with. This is always, I kind of do like this back and forth here. Just kind of, hey, we come out with this. Maybe it was a fake. Maybe they had a second play ready to go. Maybe that's what they come out with now that New York has time to adjust. It'll be good to see what comes out. Hey, Al, speaking of adjustments, is Jack Cohn, in your opinion, going to start for Notre Dame this week, or is Jack Cohn's backup, and I can't pronounce his last name, is he going to come in and start this week? I assume Jack Cohn will start, but I wonder if they'll go with a two-headed monster there. But 23 seconds left, 3rd and 1 on the 2-yard line. They can get a first down. It's not going to help them because they have no timeouts. So it's end zone or bust. And they're going to hand it off, and that's a touchdown. And there, in my opinion, goes our under. J.D. McKissick scores. And in my opinion, I think that's going to do it for the under. I just don't think that there's any chance of that taking place. So we'll see. We'll see. J.D. McKissick, though, it's good. That's a good offensive line hold there, and just bottles through. I mean, it's a gutsy call with no timeouts. It's a gutsy call, but they got the guy and the kick's up and good. 14-10. 14-10. Washington. And now we'll have to see what the lines are at. We'll have to see what the lines are at halftime. They're not live right now, but they'll come up for sure. Buckner. Okay, hey, first off, Al, thank you for the pronunciation. There's a lot of times, I promise, guys, we're not stupid, okay? We're not stupid. It's just sometimes on the fly when you're trying to pronounce these guys' names with ever having to look at, like, how it's spelled or, phonetically sounded out, like, it's just very hard sometimes on the fly. So anytime somebody gives us a pronunciation, that's fantastic. So Buckner, so you think Buckner's coming in, or you think Cohn's going to be with us? You said the same during the half last Thursday about the over in the Dallas games. I know. And we needed the over, but now we need the under. Yeah, so 14-10. 14-10. We need the under. That's 24. We can only have 16 points in the second half. So if the Giants outscore Washington by a field goal the rest of the way, you're $60 richer. Well, Chris, we're on that. We're on that for sure. We're on that for sure. They're gonna kick off. I assume they're gonna. Please don't run it back for a touchdown. Okay. Or fumble the ball. That would have been even worse. Could you imagine a fumble there and then coming out and kicking a field goal for some extra 3 points? That would have just been awful. Just been awful. So, again, at halftime, we are going to take a quick commercial break, but we will be back for the start of the second half. We'll come back a couple minutes early just to make sure we can go over some live lines. We will probably take a live bet here, depending on what the lines are, but that does it for the first half. Washington 14, Giants 10. Washington did not get off to a good start. New York looked like they were the better team, but Taylor Heinicke has played very well his last 2 drives, and they have a 4-point lead going into halftime. Guys, get yourself a snack. Get yourself some drink juice, whatever you want to put in that Yahtzee shaker of yours, and we look forward to seeing you in the second half. So we will see you in just a bit. Have a good halftime. All right, we are back. Almost the end of halftime. Let's look at the live betting first. Wanted to go over the live betting for sure first. And right now, Washington football team on the two-way line, which includes overtime, is minus 285. The Giants are plus 185 here. That is such a juicy number with a team that should be better than what they are right now. And, you know, this is something you learned years ago is, do you take that? And it's hard not to. It's hard not to take that juicy line. The spread, you can get plus 1.5 at plus 151 for the New York Football Giants. Plus 4.5 is minus 120 for the Giants right now. So they're already covering that. We already have a minus 3.5. I don't think there's any reason to go plus 4.5. If it gets a little higher, I think anything like 6.5 right now, if we can get with the Giants, that is something maybe we should take. But right now, I don't like that at all. Don't like that bet at all. So I think looking at the team total, Giants are at 19.5, and Washington's at 24.5. Team total is at 20 in the second, or the total is 20.5 in the second half, and that would put it at 24. That would put it at 44.5. It would have to go over. So I think we're going to hedge our bet in this aspect. I think we're going to take the third quarter total over 8.5 right now. I think we're going to live bet 8.5 on the third quarter total. And if it doesn't come in, that gives our over-under bet a pretty good chance of hitting, you would think. So if there's only 7 here, then there's a chance that hits. I don't know, though. That doesn't really leave us. That's really not the way to go either. I don't know. There's nothing really good. This game, you just don't know what's going to happen. You don't have to force anything here. You really don't have to force anything. The only bet that really looks good is the Giants team total over 19.5. That's 10 points. I mean, that's a touchdown and a field goal in the second half for the Giants, and they get the ball. So, yeah, we're going to lock that in. Live bet, 19.5, the Giants team total. That's what we're locking it in, and we actually got it at minus 127. So, New York Giants team total over 19.5, locked in at minus 127. Just about to get kicked off here in the start of the second half. It's been a decent first half comparative to Monday Night Football's first half, which was just absolutely awful. Just absolutely awful. So here we go. Washington football team kicking off up 14-10, start of the second half, and it is going to go through the end zone. That is a great kick by Hopkins. Right through the end zone. Daniel Jones and company will start from the 25. I just saw Al say, as a school teacher, some of the funniest stories of the first day and trying to pronounce names. Al, can you imagine being a school teacher nowadays trying to pronounce names on the first day? It's got to be ridiculous. But hey guys, if you're just joining us and you're new to the channel, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Join our family here on YouTube, and make sure you go ahead and smash that like button. Keep us going strong on YouTube. Appreciate all the support we get. We have some of the greatest community members in all time. And that is a pass over the middle to Shepard for a first down. So that live bet we just made over 19.5 team total for the Giants is actually looking pretty decent right off the bat. Shepard, what a great baseball slide. Almost was able to recover there and go for a deep run. Just fell on his back. Is Darius Slayton even in the game right now? Is he even playing? Is Darius Slayton playing? Somebody let me know, because I haven't seen him all game. A little pass across the middle to Rudolph, and that's going to go for about 1 yard there. That's going for 1 yard. Oh, Al's not that far removed from it. Okay, Al. Yeah, it's just ridiculous nowadays. I can only imagine. I have to yeah. I have to see my wife come home, and she tells me some of the names that she deals with. She's not a teacher, but she works, and she says it's kind of funny. Earl, let's go Giants, man! And that's going to be an offsides, but they're going to blow it dead, I think. Welcome, Earl. How's it going, buddy? Did you bet on the Giants? Plus 3.5. You got them on the money line. We just took them live on the over 19.5. So I think that's one of our best bets. That's, yeah, offsides. So they just killed it because the guy got too big of a jump. Still second down here. Daniel Jones in the first half, 10 of 13 for 85 yards. I mean, that's not awful stats. They just don't have the ball much. Taylor Heinicke, 17 of 21. This guy's completion percentage rate and his just QBR is just unreal. 2nd and 3 here, right around midfield. And they're going to hand off to Barkley. And no, it's going to be Daniel Jones who does the same run from the exact same spot in the first half. He did the exact same run there. You got Giants plus 3.5 and plus 150. I hope you're right, man. I hope you're right for our 19.5 over live bet, because that means they're going to have to score some points here. But they get down into this area and they don't look great. So we have Daniel Jones, 1st and 10 on the 41. He's going to go shotgun, and he's going to throw out of the backfield. I believe that's Saquon. Looked like a face mask there, but maybe not. Only a 4-yard little screen pass there. Daniel Jones has not thrown the ball more than like 15 yards, I don't think, once this game. Kind of crazy. The guy's got a cannon. He can throw the ball. I just don't... What is Garrett doing with this guy? It's like he's watching how Heinicke is throwing the ball and like, yeah, do that. 5 yards every time. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6 here. And Jones is under center. It's probably a run play to Barkley, and it is. And he's going nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. With 12 minutes left here in the third quarter, it's going to be 3rd down and about 6 yards for the football Giants. Barkley did not have any type of hole there. Just got wrapped up. Absolutely wrapped up. So 3rd and 6. It's a good tackle, though, by 93. 3rd and 6. They're going to go trips to the right, 1 to the wide. Barkley to his left in the shotgun. And looks like a little blitz is coming here from Washington from the corner. And it is a blitz, and it's the Shepherd who does not get the first down. There's a flag on the play, and they're going to call. That's weird. I don't know why they called him down. He was not touched, and he clearly got back up there. So, what's the flag on, though? Is that going to be on? Don't tell me that's on the Redskins. It's on the Redskins. A hold against Washington and an automatic first down. You have to be livid if you are Rivera there. You have to be absolutely livid. You cannot... Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. That is an awful hold. And, you know what's funny? He actually, by doing that hold, blocked the guy that was on Shepherd. I don't even think, is Slayton even in this game as they pitch it out for a 6-yard loss? Is Slayton even playing? Can somebody confirm Slayton's playing? I don't even know if he's playing tonight. I have not seen his name once. Yeah. I'll agree with you, Earl, on that, or Jody on that. They had to make up for the Jones run. All right, 2nd and 16 here on the 39. That really kind of took them out of any kind of field goal range. They'll try to get that yardage back. Jones again. This guy can't throw but like to the line of scrimmage. Throw the ball down the field, man. Come on. Al, first couple of years you spent in inner city school in Youngstown, getting my class roster. About a third away, I see Sean Trell. Pussy. That's hilarious, Al. That's hilarious. Was it a real name? That was a real person, huh? 3rd and 14. I would believe that this is probably going to be a 2-yard out pass to somebody. Oh, there's Slayton right there. And he finally got the ball. Finally. I just had to talk. Of course he gets the ball now for like 5 yards. So hopefully that'll start him going a little bit. They haven't looked his way at all. He finally he's got 8 yards. 8 yards. I mean, we only really need 29 more from him, but it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot to probably hit that over since nobody is passing to him. They are going to try a field goal, and it is just through the uprights. So it is 14-13, 27 points with 9 minutes and 7 seconds left. So just a touchdown gets us that live bet of over 19.5 for the Giants. I kind of like our odds on that happening, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. No, we understand, Al. We understand. 100%. 100%. It happens. Speaking of names, in the first half, we talk about the Redskins and what their team name's going to be here down the line. I don't know if they actually ever announced when they were going to say what the name was going to be. When the Cleveland Indians changed their name, they really didn't give a time frame, and then all of a sudden, like one morning on a Tuesday morning, they were like, okay, we're going to be the Guardians, which is the worst name they could have picked out of all of them. So I really hope that the Washington football team does a better job picking their name. And, Al, for our sake, I hope it's one we can pronounce, too. So let's take a look at the live betting here. Washington football team, man, there must be some big money coming in on the Washington football team. They're still minus 217. Minus 217, only up 1. You can get the Giants at plus 2.5 right now at minus 107. The Giants total only went up a point there to 20.5. So apparently Vegas really still likes this to be under. I mean, the under's at 43.5 right now. I just can't see that. Like, I hope so. I hope so. That'll give us a winner. It would give us a winner, but I don't know. I just don't know. It's just, there's so much time left. And both these offenses have been going up and down the field for the better part of the second and a little bit of third quarter here. So, Poos. That's funny. Get her to name. Spill something. How do you say? Oh my God, that's hilarious, Al. That's hilarious. The true stories of American hero teachers. They should have. Craig, that's the comment of the day. They should have kept the Redskins and dropped Washington. That's 100% funny. That's great. And by the way, our channel is all about being funny. We don't, we can joke about anything on our channel. Feel free to joke about anything. Be politically incorrect. No feelings. One of the big pet peeves we have in life is people's feelings get hurt way too easily. Everything's a joke. If you knew me in my personal life, if you knew my wife, she would tell you everything I do day in and day out as Redskins take this to about the 24 on the kickoff is 100% joking. I don't do anything without laughter because really, guys, I think laughter is the best thing in life. So that's why I actually think it's hilarious when people really hate my channel or our channel here at Grandstand Bettors. Personal foul here, that's going to back them up all the way probably to about the 10 or 9 yard line there. That's kind of crazy. I can't hear. Maybe it was a chop block or something. But first down Washington with 9:02 left here in the third. And I don't think that's really awful. I didn't even see anything there. But yeah, laughter is the best medicine, guys. It's so great to laugh. I mean, when we get trolls who comment on our channel, we really just kill them with kindness because it doesn't matter. Like, just laugh it off, right? Just laugh it off. That's why it was hilarious when before we even got on the air, we saw somebody disliked our live stream. They didn't even wait till we got on the air. They were like, we just dislike it right off the bat. That is humor. So, 1st and 10, and there's Terry again. Terry with another catch. That gives him, I think, like 7, maybe 8. He's up there. He's getting up there. So, the team represents the city. Can't get anything done and completely disorganized. In all honesty, that actually relates to their traffic situation as well. So 2nd and 6 here for the Washington football team on the 14. Getting into the thick of things here in the third quarter. Heinicke's going to, again, shocker, throw for about 2 yards, and there's a run for 2. And it's a 4-yard gain. 3rd and 2 with third down coming up. Absolutely, if you want to come from the standpoint of boring in the sense of all these passes from both sides are 5 yards, 4 yards. That it has been super boring. Daniel Jones averages 6.2 yards per pass. Taylor Heinicke is 7.5. I'm not sure what Patrick Mahomes was against the Browns, but it was way more than that. Heinicke throws again overthrown and could have been intercepted there, but it's 4th and 2, and the offense of the Redskins are going to get off the field. That means the Giants are going to have a chance to not only cover that 3.5 live bet we took in the first half, but also give us a winner with over 19.5 there. We still have our under in play. We're not going to get too optimistic about that unless it's 3 zeros on the board in the fourth quarter. But let's see how it plays out here. Way comes back, kicks it, and not a great kick. Actually pretty decent to the 35. It looked, everybody was playing that like it was going to bounce on the 50, but it's pretty good. 18, fair catches it. That's a board, I believe, from earlier. We saw him. So, 7:31 left, live bet. Let's take a look at it. And just like that, if you guys remember, when they punted to Washington, it was like minus 240, close up to there for Washington football team. Drastically came down. They're only a minus 161 favorite to win on the money line. The over has stuck very hard on 43.5. It's minus 133 to the under. The Giants total still just up at 20.5. And third quarter total 6.5 over. I'm glad we didn't take that. Who knows how what that's going to turn out to be. So we'll see. So guys, we're excited. We got a lot coming up. Wednesday night's kind of the kickoff of our football week. Wednesday night we give out our free pick for the Thursday night game. Thursday, as always, we're going to do our live stream at 8:15 every Thursday night, with the exception of next Thursday. Next Thursday, there will be no stream, and I just remembered that. So that Carolina Texans game will not happen. We will be in Chicago for the Shamrock Series for Notre Dame. So we will not have a live stream next Thursday. But on Fridays, for the most part, our NCAA football free picks come out at 6:45 p.m. Don't forget, get on that NCAA football leaderboard challenge. Al is actually 9-0, just straight killing it so far. The next person's at like plus 3 units. Al's at like 9. So top 3 places share a prize pool of $500 for that. Saturday, NFL picks come out sometime in the afternoon. Also, if you haven't joined our NFL betting contest, there's still time. Grand prize is $1,000. $1,000, guys. Who's giving $1,000 out on YouTube to anybody? That's right, $1,000 were given out to somebody. And Greg K actually went 5-0 to start the first week. And Jackie U went 4.5, as well as I think Lance S went 4.5. So those are our top 3 leaders for the NFL picks. And then Sunday, we live stream every Browns game. We drink during that one, so we don't really live bet during that one because it's our team. We don't bet on our team. But we do look at the live bets to kind of give you an idea of what's going on. And then that night, Sunday night, we do give out our Monday night free pick. And then Monday night, we close out the NFL week with a live stream with Monday Night Football. So a lot going on on our channel. It all kind of starts, the football week kicks off Wednesday night and goes through Monday night. So Tuesday, we're tired and we sleep all day. But, hey, we love to do it. We love to do it for you guys. And Daniel Jones finally throws one deep and just tipped by Golladay. Had it on his fingertips, just could not reel it in. It was good coverage. It was definitely good coverage. I'm glad that it was a no call. There were hands going both ways. At the end, there was a little more hands from Washington, but a good call. Trey, welcome back, man. Yeah, I know Raging Cajuns are killing them. Absolutely killing them. Well, I don't want to talk about it, Al. I was not on that one today. Our team was on that one, and we're not having a great day, so we're hoping the under could hit here. Yesterday we went for, this is just what, and this is, we'll be transparent with you guys. Yesterday we went 4-1. We're up good units. Today we've already started 0-1. We're looking at 0-2, 0-3, maybe 0-4. So it happens. It just kind of, we had 3 straight winning days: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and today just has not been good. But smiles all around, man. What's better in life than sitting here watching football and betting on the game? I mean, there's nothing better than that. So, you always just got to be positive, and we'll be positive till there's zeros. I was going to say on the board, but to be honest, until we're out of the world. So it's a great day to be alive if you're betting, no matter what day it is. 14-13, 7-10 left here in the third. It's 3rd and 13 now for the Giants. And this is where the Giants have really had problems. They can, especially after the first couple series, they cannot do anything but throw a 5-yard pass in this situation. Bet Brownies early. -13. I don't know. The Texans looked good. Tyrod Taylor's got to have revenge. And Jones throws across the middle, and he's going to get a flag on Shepard. That's weak. Trey needs 4 yards for Terry. Oh, God, wouldn't that be a bad beat if he didn't get 4 more yards, man? I really hope you get those 4 yards. And, you try to get that team total over 3.5, and it's sitting on 3 in, the 3rd inning, and it goes 6 more innings. It just sucks that you have to sweat that out. An absolute... As they hand it off to Shepard, and he lost yardage, and then he decided to reverse his run and lose even more yardage. Just a great open field tackle or containment there, and Chase Young ends up somewhat bringing him down. It seems more of the guy fell, Shepard fell, but 6:07 left here in the third. The Giants down by 1, 2nd and 19, and Jones throws to Golladay. Golladay gets, I think, his second catch. He's dropped a couple. I'm sorry, he hasn't dropped a couple. Jones has missed him a couple times. But Golladay, I do believe that is his second one. And he's actually, with 28 yards, Golladay is the second highest receiver in the game today for the Giants. That's not great. 3rd and 7 on about the 48-yard line here of the Giants. It's a big down here, especially for the under. If you can stop them for a punt, that would be kind of ideal here. Jones back to throw. He's going across the middle. Wide open. Wide open. Who is that? That is Shepard. Wide open across the middle. And here we go. Here come the Giants. Yeah, we're gonna hit some nice prop money here if we can get Galladay in the end zone. To be honest with you, Trey, so help us root for Galladay to get in the end zone. Across the middle, and that was through Galladay's hands. That's 3 times near the 20 or inside the 20. Galladay has had a chance to catch the ball and make a move towards the end zone, and he can't do it, man. He just cannot do it. Think about this. How many teams does Vegas make double-digit favorites? I understand that. I just think okay. Before I get into that, I rather prefer the over 48 than I would the laying the points there. What about you, Al? There, go deep. Who is that? Is that Slayton? That's Slayton with a touchdown? Is that Slayton with a touchdown? I need yardage, so that works. And, guys, we just hit our live bet, over 19.5. Cash that live bet. That's why you sit there at halftime and you really dive into what you think is the value and the best bet, and we did it. And now, also, our first half... Oh, that's close. And now our first half bet, if that stands, is going to be covering right now at -3.5. So our live set, we've won, I think that's 3 live bets in a row on our live stream, dating back to Monday. And there's the extra point, up and good, 20-14. That over doesn't look good though. Our over from early on, I mean a touchdown and we lose. So I think there's going to be one more touchdown in this game. We'll have to see. But what a catch by Slayton. Great catch by Slayton. And, hey guys, Slayton went over his yardage with that. That's 41 yards for him. That is a winner on the board. That is an absolute winner. So that was a play we gave our members at Grandstand Bettors, which we gave out about halfway through the first quarter here, when he had no catches for no yards. So Slayton does go over the 36.5. That's 2 bets. We cash on that right there. That's fantastic. That's what we like to do. Cashing bets is what is always good. Yeah, I like the over. See, I like the over, Al, a lot better than I like the spread. And as I mentioned, we don't bet on our own team. Like, we just will not bet on the Browns. I'll bet on the over because that really doesn't have to do with the Browns. It has to do with both teams. But if I do, it's going to be a lot less money than other bets. I just don't like watching the game and having to kind of root against my team or for my team or get mad at my team for reasons that I can't control. So I'll stay away from it. But I do like the over way better than I like the spread there. I actually saw it at 12.5 though. Jody Galladay, so many chances, man. So many chances. So many chances, and yeah, it's a little ridiculous. He keeps dropping the ball. But a lot of time left. That actually was a winner for our members today. So the days after I just say how bad we're doing, we pick up that win. So that's fantastic. We'll take that, guys. If you're on our live stream and you haven't smashed that like button, go ahead. Please take a minute, hit that like button, keep our channel going. We are just loving YouTube. We haven't live streamed before. We're starting this year. We're not great at it. We're getting used to it. And if we can improve, tell us how we can improve to make it better for you guys. We're just learning how to do some of the graphics, so that'll become better. I'm working on actually right now figuring out how to get a scrolling scoreboard at the bottom or the top. So we'll start doing that kind of stuff. It's just going to be a learning process, to be honest with you. It's just so much stuff that we put out. There's just not a lot of time in the day to teach ourselves that kind of stuff right now. So maybe in the off season we'll have to learn a lot of it too. So 2014, as that is Gano kicks off deep into the end zone, and with 4:41 left in the third, the issue's still in doubt here. But Heinicke has looked good for the most part in the second quarter, and That's really it. At the end of the first. End of the first, he looked good too. So we'll have to see how this plays out. The under is not going to hit. It's going to be over. We knew the over was going to hit when we saw it buy back with about 30 minutes before game time. It jumped up 1.5 points on our website, on our sports book. So we knew that was going to hit over. They're going to hand off to Gibson, and Gibson's going to just rumble down for about 7 yards. 2nd and 3 here. That's a good run. Gibson has actually been playing very well today. Gone very unnoticed, I think. I don't know how much they're talking about him on the telecast. But, I mean, he's got 8 rushes for 35 yards. It's not great, but he's averaging 4.4. You do that 3 times, it's a first down every time. 2nd and 3, and Heinicke throws deep again over and see? Man, I wish I could have live bet this guy with an interception because he just keeps throwing high. But now there's a flag and it's coming back. Well, it's not coming back. It's just going to help out Washington. Was it an interference? Yeah. Oh, that's 100% that's interference. The guy just hit him across the head. You can't do that. You can't do that. That's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. All right here. So 4:05 left. 4:05 left. 1st and 10 on the 47, and it looks like the Giants are going to try to answer right back here. Humphreys, 7-yard pass as he's knocked out of bounds. So it's going to be about 2nd and 3 again here. Humphreys has been a nice little outlet for Heinicke tonight. He has 3 catches, 27 yards, so he's averaging about 9 yards a catch. He's been pretty open in the flat, and that's where they've been using him. They give it to Gibson, and Gibson has got all the room in the world. He's going to just rumble down to the 25 for a first down, and this game is just going to go back and forth here. That total that we liked in the third quarter also went over. We did not take it. We took the 19.5 with the Giants. So third down, it's 3rd and 18. 1st and 10 with 3:18 left, and this guy is gonna probably do well. So we'll have to see. I think it's 3rd and 7 now. As that rush went to Gibson. Gibson's going to come out of the game now. Gibson's going to come out of the game, and it doesn't look like they're in a run formation here since they're... Yeah, well, McKissick, he's going to be dangerous out of the backfield. McKissick's going to be dangerous. Maybe a screen pass here. You would really like to just see a turnover, man. Just give that under a little bit of a shot going into the fourth quarter. And it's not going to be a first down. It's going to be 4th and inches, but there's a flag. Humphreys again with a catch there. The guy right around that 9-yard average mark that he's been doing. So it's going to be 4th down. But there's going to be a hold, so they are going to keep it 3rd down, and I think it's going to go to 17. Sam Cosmi has had some awful penalties today. It hasn't hurt them as much as it could have hurt them, but he has had some bad penalties, and it's just kind of, that's definitely a hold. Grabs his right arm and just does not, awful. Just an awful penalty. They had the option there to probably go for it on 4th down, and it's not going to happen now. So... All right, 3rd and 17, and it's going to be a long field goal if they can't pick anything up. It's going to be about a 49-yarder. 3rd and 17, and I bet you... Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, he gets out of it, and he's going to run for her, so it's still going to be about a 48-49 yard field goal if they do go for it. If they do go for it. So we'll have to see if they go for it. Their kicker is Hopkins. He did make one in the first half. 2 in the first half, actually. Andy, thanks for joining us, man. Thanks for joining us. Just got here. Washington football team's getting worked by the New York Football Giants. Hopkins here for a 49-yard field goal last week. 3 of 4 with his long last week being 48. This would be huge to miss. And he puts it right down the middle. So 20-17. 20-17 here. The New York Football Giants, as Andy just called them that. It's looking good. It's looking good for the Giants -3.5. If they can get one more touchdown, would probably seal it. I just don't think Taylor Heinicke can bring this team back. I just don't think that guy is that good. I don't think he's a quarterback under pressure. I think he can lead a team, but as we saw in the playoffs, when they got down, when they needed a big throw, he just could not make the throw. And we kind of saw that on 3rd down right there as well. So, Jody, very interesting penalty calls. It's the whole game has been a little that way. Do you remember the roughing the passer? I don't think the roughing the passer was anything like that that it should have been. So let's take a look at the live betting right now. It's remember when Washington was -240? They're now +120, and that might be the best bet on the board right now. I don't think you're going to find anything better than the value on Washington to steal one here. The game total has shot up to 48.5, so we knew the over was over when the touchdown happened before halftime, so that's unfortunate. But Washington's team totals at 23.5. It's very shaded to the over, so they think that they're going to put a touchdown in. The Giants team total is at 25.5, a little shaded to the over there, thinking maybe Daniel Jones can lead another touchdown drive. You got to figure they're probably going to run it with Saquon. I really hope that they don't get about all that trying to run the clock out with 3-point lead with almost a full quarter and a couple minutes left to play. But I feel like they might do that. Al, let's try to figure out who the refs bet. Well, all right, let's dive into that during the next penalty. Let's dive into that and see who they're trying to bet. To be honest, I think they were trying to bet the over in this game because the roughing the passer that was the first touchdown of the game, I think, was very suspect. Trending Rabbit, dude, we don't have Super Chat because we did not monetize ourselves. We think it's important not to have stupid ads up all the time. I think people enjoy it better without the ads. Hey, if you want to support our channel, that would be awesome. We have a Venmo link down in the description. Venmo us. We get the notification right away, and then maybe we could Super Chat you for sure. But we don't do it that way. We think people just don't want to always watch ads, especially on our free pick videos. I can't stand watching ads all the time. So we take a little bit money out of our pocket, probably about $2,000 a year by not doing that. But I think it's worth it, and I think our subscribers enjoy not having the ads. Billy Donovan reffing tonight. Oh, yeah, refs clearly have the over, Jody. Clearly. It's not even close. If you're just joining us, guys, like Trending Rabbit, man, you know what's better than Super Chat? That thumbs up, man. Hit that like button. Give us that like. That'll keep us going as well. Daniel Jones here, 1st and 10 on the 25. He's looking to pass. A little surprising there, and he goes to Slayton. Well, now that Slayton has his yardage, he's just going to continue going there. Of course he is. So that was a good bet by us. We like that over. Slayton over 36 and a half, and he obviously is over 50, I believe, now. But, hey, good first down, 1st and 10. Here we go. 1 minute left in the third quarter. It's almost, as the Red Zone channel calls, witching hour, but there's only one game on tonight, so we'll have to wait till Sunday for the official witching hour. Goes across the middle again. What a pass! What a pass to Smith. Smith, I think he's a tight end for the Giants. He's not on my big board. I had Rudolph and Ingram. Where's Ingram, by the way? Is Ingram hurt? Is Ingram hurt? Somebody tell me. I looked at the inactive list very quickly before the game, but I can't remember if I saw his name. Jones again. Oh my gosh! Almost intercepted. A little. There's a flag on the play. We'll have to see what that is. We'll definitely have to see what that is. Illegal man downfield. That's going to be on the Giants. Well, good thing it wasn't intercepted because that would have counted for sure. But who went down the field? Are they calling 89? Or 69? Yeah, they're calling 69 the center there. That's just I understand the actual rule. I just don't see what the point of it is. We can get in that discussion another time, but I just do not like that. So it's 1st and 15 from the 46 for the Giants. Jones going to pass again. They're loving this passing game, and Galladay actually caught a pass. And it's going to be about a 12-yard gain. Wouldn't mind Billy Price, local boy. Where's he from, Al? Would not mind seeing Galladay get in the end zone here. Well, that's the end of the third quarter. It is the fourth quarter. One more quarter. Hey, we've stayed under for 3 quarters. I don't think we're going to be able to stay under for a fourth. Who knows, though? Weirder things have happened. Like on Monday night, when both teams combined for 27 points in the fourth quarter, and then Derek Carr, after he was on the 1-inch line, threw an interception, only then for Lamar Jackson to fumble, and then Derek Carr to throw a touchdown pass because the kicker could not be found and they had to call a delay of game. Can we just relive Monday night for just one more moment? Looking back, how nuts was that game? Austintown Finch, I did not know that. Look at the teacher bringing all the knowledge to the classroom. Thank you, Al. Let's take a look at the live betting. Washington football team you can get now at plus 152. And then the Giants are minus 3.5 at minus 103. That's what we got them at in the first quarter. So we're kind of right on point with what they were. The game total's over 49.5 now. I don't see that changing. The Giants did get bumped up to 27.5. And the Washington football team is still sitting at 23.5, very highly juiced, thinking they're going to be at least another touchdown for Washington. The fourth quarter total is at 12.5. At 12.5. I'm kind of tempted to take that, but I think we're gonna leave that alone. Winning margin. If you think the Giants are going to win by maybe 2 touchdowns, you think that's going to happen, that'd be them putting up 14 in this quarter and Washington putting up nothing. You can get them at 750 plus 750. That'd be a nice little flyer there. Huh. So it's gonna be a fun fourth quarter. I can tell. We always have fun in the fourth quarter. There's been points scored in every single quarter, with the first quarter being the lowest and the second quarter being the highest with 14. What do you guys think? Whose game is it to take? Giants or the Washington football team? I really think Washington, if they could stop the Giants here, might have a good chance to come back. So here we go. Fourth quarter begins. 2nd and 5 on the 36-yard line for the Giants. Good luck to both teams here in the fourth quarter. We don't have really a pony in the race, except we do have that live bet. And Daniel Jones just goes down. That was just a great sack by Washington. It's 3rd and long now, 3rd and probably about 10 or 11. Jason Garrett is an awful offensive coordinator. He was so bad when he was a coach at Dallas. I mean, he also has like a weird ferret kind of look about him. He just kind of looks like he doesn't belong on a football field. So it is 3rd and 11 with 14:26 left here in the fourth quarter. Daniel Jones is maybe looking Galladay's way here, and he's going to actually go. He did pass it that way, but he went to Shepard. So it's 4th down. This is going to be a very, very long field goal at about 52 yards or so. Craig Jackson says Washington is coming back. They're winning the game. Craig, man, I hope you're right. I hope you're right. If you bet them, we have Giants minus 3.5, so we're going to stick by that bet. But if you think Washington's going to win, or you didn't bet them, you just think that way. I mean, listen. I don't think you're that far off. Both these teams, that's why the line was minus 3.5. They were only home. That's the only reason they're getting it. And there's a kick by Gano, and there is points number 40. There is points number 40. So officially, we can hit the under still if no more points are scored. It's not going to happen, but who knows? Who knows? Weirder things have happened. So 23-17, let's take a look at the over-under. The over-under is set at, it's not set at anything particular. You could go under 47.5 at plus 149 or over 50.5 at plus 106. So you can get some good value. They're a little worried about those 3 points in the middle there, so they're kind of hedging themselves. Washington football team still sitting at about plus 150. And the spread is minus 3.5 still at minus 106. So they have a 6-point lead. Nothing really changes there too much. But it's going to be a good game. Phil Dawson kicking 4+ 50-yard field goals or more. Heck yeah, Phil Dawson needs to get back in the league. I think the Browns should actually get Matt Stover and Phil Dawson. Like, what kind of kicking would that be? You should sign both of them in the team. One guy kicks field goals, the other does kickoffs, and then maybe you just alternate back and forth. I don't even think we need a punter. In fact, I was talking to somebody today, and they literally were like, did the Scottish Hammer get cut after his drop pass? And I thought he was being honest. Did he? I don't know. He should have. That was one of the worst plays to drop that pass. You have one job back there, and it's just to catch the ball. I mean, come on, guys. So shout out to the 8 people that have really been here all game. Appreciate you guys. I really one of these days would love to have let's get realistic, 30 people in here. I think 30 people would be fun. But we're just starting live streams, so on YouTube, we're not going to be at the top of the barrel when it suggests people. We just got to continue to do it, and hopefully we get a lot of people in here. My goal is to get people in here and really talk betting and sports and just get this going as a fun hangout place for Monday, Thursday nights, as well as for the Browns games. I don't know where Browns backer went. The guy's been MIA. Maybe he just stopped liking our channel. He could have done that. Maybe he did that. So I don't know what happened to him. Hopefully he's out there somewhere. Hopefully he's safe too. Hopefully nothing happened to him. But Andy blames the Browns for being too good on offense, and he didn't get enough time to punt. Well, for the last few years, he's had plenty of time to punt, so I'm not going to put it on our offense. It was very nice to finally score some points, Andy. 23-17. Giants kick it off with 13:35 left here, and let's see what the Redskins do. Or see, I called them the Redskins again. Let's see what the Washington football team comes. Good thing, nobody in here really is getting upset that I've said that a couple times. Because I don't mean to. It just comes out because I've said it for the last 38 years of my life. So Taylor Heinicke, 20-26 for 178. I don't think anybody... Somebody looked this up. We had talked about getting a stat boy or a stat girl for our channel. That's a good pass, and I think that's the 4 yards Trey needed. Finally. And that's going to be good if Trey's still in here. Trey, I believe, went over his total for McLaughlin there. So congratulations to Trey. We talked about getting a stat boy and a stat girl or a stat girl. Somebody look up, what's the most completion somebody's had with the least amount of yardage? The most completions with the least amount of yardage. I'd like to know what that is. A live watch party for the inaugural game of the Guardians. No. I'm not even sure if I'll support the Guardians yet. Not even sure if I'm going to support the Guardians. I just cannot stand that name change. I just think they really didn't put a lot into it. So, Trey, let's go, man. Yes, you are still here. Getting those bets won. Fantastic. We'll see if we can't get our live bet minus 3.5 here on the Giants to hold up. The Giants defense really just needs to do a better job in the secondary. It's 2nd and 7 from the 46. Heinicke, oh man, to McLaughlin again. That looked a little high. I'm telling you, he's going to throw an interception. There's been no turnovers in this game. And there's a reason. None of these guys are throwing but 5 yards down the field. I mean, they're going no huddle here. They're going no huddle. Heinicke, and there's a negative 1 yard throw that goes for half a yard to Humphreys. That's really going to hurt his average of 9 per catch so far. So 11:39 left here in the fourth quarter. It's been a back and forth game. The Giants and Washington led 14-10 at halftime. Giants have outscored them 13-3 here in the second half. Heinicke back to throw the same play to Humphreys, and he trips himself up for 3 yards. That was the exact same play, and Heinicke led him too much there. So Heinicke ended up falling on the ground, and oh, what a bad pass. If you guys are watching this, where's a spiral, man? My grandmother could do that. Come on. Just absolutely awful. 23-17 here. Fourth quarter, 10 minutes, 50 seconds left. It is 3rd and 7 for the Washington football team on the 42. And Heinicke, who's had trouble on third downs, is going to run it and trips, fumbles, and recovered. And I don't know what's going on there. There's a flag on the play. But whatever I'm saying, everybody just left the live stream, so I'm just really talking to myself for the most part. Defense is holding Al. Al's always here. Defense is holding pretty well. That I actually, you could see as he rounded the corner that he was going to run there. Are they calling that? Sorry, defensive holding is what you're saying. They're calling defensive holding. Okay, gotcha, Al. Sorry, I took that the wrong way. That's kind of, well, yeah, okay. I mean, it's not, I don't know. Al, since you're the one who told me what it was, do you think that's defensive holding? It's kind of ticky-tack. So that's an automatic first down where the Giants could have got him off the field, and Heinicke's going to throw, and throws complete again for about a first down there to Terry McLaughlin. McLaurin, not McLaughlin. I got the kicker messed up for the Browns. Being live for 3 hours is it's tough, guys. It's tough. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that's a first down. They gave him that first down. That guy was closer to roughing the passer than the other guy was. Yeah, bailed out by the refs. So, as we discussed, let's dive deep into who the refs are going for. The over and probably the Redskins for sure. You could call that pass interference, but it was way too high. I like how 22 there is like, I didn't touch the guy. He clearly bumped him out of bounds. I mean, clearly bumped him out of bounds. Eddie's back like she never left. That's awesome, Eddie. Well, I gotta be honest with everybody. The second half of this game is way less exciting than the Vegas game. Way less exciting. I'm probably going to try to stay away from the Washington games for sure if Taylor Heinicke is going to throw 5-yard passes. He goes deep. I just talk about it. He goes deep and he overthrows every time he does go for a longer pass. He overthrows. So maybe that's why he doesn't throw the longer passes. He has 218 yards finally. He's averaging 6.6 yards a pass. That is just so bad. 6.6 yards a pass. The score's still the same. Must be boring. Of course it's the same. Of course it's boring. These primetime Thursday games. Okay, you know what? Let's have a real discussion as we wrap up the last 9 minutes here, guys. I want to know your thoughts. I want to know everyone's thoughts on Monday, Thursday games. Let's talk about Thursdays first, as it's going to be 4th down, and the over's about to lose as they're going to kick a field goal here to go 23-20. So they're going to kick a field goal. The over's going to lose, but it's okay. We knew that was coming. Let's talk about Thursday Night Football. Do you guys enjoy Thursday Night Football? Some games, the only game I ever enjoy is really the Browns game that's on Thursday night. I mean, some games I guess are okay, but for the most part, I mean, this game's close. A lot of people complain that they're blowouts. This game's close at least, as the over is now gone, as it's 20-23. Some games are close, but in all honesty, even these close games are against really boring teams. I mean, I don't know how they choose the Thursday night matchups, but I feel like they don't put decent teams in the Thursday night matchups together. I mean, you're never going to see. You're never going to see the Chiefs and Browns game in a Thursday night matchup. So why even have Thursday nights as well? I'd rather have, and I think they would make more money off this. Why not a doubleheader Monday? Why not do like the 6:40 kickoff and like 9:40 kickoff on Monday? Like, what do you guys think about that? Instead of having Thursday, or maybe a Friday night game. Even Friday night games might be better. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. You like Thursday? You like Friday? Or would you like a doubleheader Monday night game? I think the doubleheader Monday night game would actually be pretty fun to watch every single week. Could you imagine? We wouldn't do doubleheaders, but I think that would be very, very fun. You go to the casino, Eddie, on Monday and Fridays? That's awesome. Oh, man, I wish I lived in Vegas. I think they should have Friday night games. Friday would be more like it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a bigger college football fan personally, too. Actually, and I know Eddie, and I don't want to piss Eddie off, but I hate the NBA. I can't stand the NBA. I love college basketball way more than I enjoy the NBA. Al, do you like college basketball better than you like the NBA, or do you prefer the NBA over the college game? Fridays high school football, Saturdays college football, Sundays NFL. What's high school football, Andy? I don't think outside of being in high school, I've ever gone to a high school football game. Oh, it's 115 degrees there? To be fair, Eddie, the softbox lights that like rain in on me during this, it makes it feel like it's 115 degrees. I have like fans going all over the place to keep me cool. I know you love the NBA. And you know what? You're very good at betting the NBA. And to be honest with you, we can't stand the NBA. I just hate watching the game. I also can't stand LeBron James. When he left Cleveland, I was done with him. When he came back to Cleveland, I stopped becoming a Cavs fan because I didn't want him to ever have to cheer for a team that he was on. So, there's a lot of the NBA that I can't stand. 100%. See, Al and I are on the same page. I think I enjoyed the Mark Price, Brad Daugherty, Hot Rod Williams, Ron Harper, Craig Elo, that Cavs team. You know, even I'll give you credit. In the early 2000s, when LeBron was on the Cavs, and it was a team sport, I enjoyed it. The other problem I have with the NBA is there's no parity. All these teams you have these teams that are good, and then everybody else is so far below them. There's like the first round of the NBA playoffs is not even worth watching. It's not even worth watching. The second round is still not even worth watching, to be honest with you. So here we go. It's first and 10 on the 25 here for the Giants. We'll see what they're going to try to do. They're probably going to try to run some clock now. But no, they're going to throw, and Jones goes to, is that Shepard? Shepard was wide open. And tick, 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 tick. Washington is seeing their lives maybe come to an end if New York can put together a long and successful scoring drive here. So we'll have to see. Yeah, well, at least... Idiot. Well, you're showing your age. When fourth grade. Dang, girl. Fourth grade, I was like in college. As Saquon gets, is that Saquon? No. Saquon gets a little 7-yard. Yeah, that's Saquon. Gets a little 7-yard carry. But so true, Eddie. I don't know how it's so boring watching. Like when Russell Westbrook's like, I'm going to go on this team with everybody. Really? Really? Like that's what the NBA needs? Daniel Jones pulls his own number. I don't know if he got the first down. It looks like it's going to be third and very short here. The clock's ticking. I don't see why they don't just do 2 QB sneaks and just try to ice this game, kick a field goal with maybe 2 minutes left. Taylor Heinicke's not going to score a touchdown here. Yeah, I understand with high school football they'd rule that out, but does anybody like the doubleheader idea from Monday nights? I think that's a great idea. I would watch doubleheader Monday Night Football every single Monday. And I live on the East Coast. I wouldn't even care that goes to like 1 a.m. Under center, Jones hands it off to the fullback, and that is going to be a first down. What a play call. Finally, Garrett gets something right on the sidelines. And tick, 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 tick. 6:49 left here in the fourth quarter. 23-20 to the Giants. Craig Jansen, take it or leave it. Yeah, we had a positive night. We could have more of a positive night. We're not going to have an overall positive night, but did everybody have a positive night? Let us know if you won your bets. If we get Galladay, actually, overall, we could end up with a break-even night. Our baseball, there's a deep pass. Who's that? Oh! Slayton. For a second, I thought it was Galladay, and I was going to be so pissed that he got overthrown. Oh, my God. Could you guys imagine if I hadn't already hit the over on that? Could you imagine if I hadn't hit the over on Slayton's yardage and that play just happened? I would be going nuts, but it's already a winner, so it's all good. Andy, what are you surprised they didn't do? All right, 2nd and 10. Daniel Jones has got to be hating himself, and Slayton even more. They're going to run up the middle, and man, Barkley had a gap. He just couldn't hold on to his feet. And there's that play again. Oh, you're surprised they didn't do with this. Yeah, the doubleheader. Yeah, Craig. Yeah, now I get it, Andy. Yeah, I just don't I think they could do it every week. I'm on it. Seriously. Are you telling me that nobody's tuning in to watch football games? Nobody's tuning in to the NBA Finals. That's what nobody's tuning into. If it's all about ratings, remember when the Pittsburgh Steelers played on a Wednesday afternoon last year during the whole COVID thing? You know what I was doing at 3:45 in the afternoon? I was watching the Pittsburgh Steelers game. And a buddy of mine texted me, and he was at work, and he's like, you know what we're doing? We're working and watching the Pittsburgh Steelers right now. I mean, everybody tunes in for NFL. It doesn't matter what time the game's on. And that's football in general. How many people in this chat have stayed up and watched a Hawaii game on Saturday at 11 p.m.? I have. 5:36 left, 3rd and 10. Jones is going to be backed up 5 more yards because of a false start. Oh, Jamar comes back in here at the end. Jamar, welcome back, buddy. Jamar always has everyone on some team somewhere. Timmy Chang, Andy. Timmy Chang. Andy knows what that's about. Timmy Chang back in the day. You always want to take the over on Timmy Chang. All right, 5:36. Here we go again. 3rd and 15. Jones back to throw. He's got all the time in the world, and he's going to run. And he's not going to get the first down, but he is going to give them an opportunity to probably kick a field goal here. The degenerates who are trying to get even. Come on, Al. I know on college football day you're not trying to get even. You're trying, if anything, you're trying to make more money. They still do, I believe, the Saturday afternoon games late in the season. I know they still do. Like maybe the second to last week I think it's the second to last week. They do like 3 games on that Saturday. Maybe it's usually the week of Christmas. Although now I think it's on Christmas is a Saturday this year, so I think it's just because it is Christmas. That's why the game's going on. It's Green Bay and the Browns. Can't wait for Christmas. As New York pops another through. And that covers our 3.5 live bet, so that'll end up giving us a positive day if that one can hit too. So, or at least for football. But I lost, already had that under. Jamar, we were on it too, man. You know what? I usually go contrarian. We usually always go contrarian. Everybody was on the under. And we're like, can't do it. I knew we had screwed up when Al also wanted to be on the under because I was like, 2 good brains make a wrong. I don't know, something like that. So everybody was on the under, and it's going to go over. It actually went over the 44.5 that I think Trey had. I think Trey maybe just lost that under bet too. Not sure if he took that. The under right now, under-over, is still sitting at 50.5 at Big Juice and over 47.5 at Big Juice. So they don't know what's going to happen. Vegas is not taking any chances here with that over-under. Just about 4 minutes left in the game. I appreciate everybody coming out. If you haven't hit that like button, please make sure you go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, which most of you I know do, thanks for subscribing, but if you haven't, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Tomorrow night, our NCAA football picks come out at 6:45. You then have about 15 hours to get your 3 NCAA football picks in the comments. I'll pull up the leaderboard right now. Al, 9-0, plus 9 units. Mike, you, 5-1, plus 3.9 units. And Jamar is 6-3, plus 2.7 units. So that's our top 3. Unless Al has a really horrible weekend, he is running away with it right now. So we'll have to see. Friday night games in December may be an option. That's true. But they usually have Friday night bowl games during December, so I'm not sure if they'd want to go against the Bulls. Jamar, I think I had the Giants against the spread on my 5 picks on Grandstand Bettors. I think so many picks. You couldn't have had this game on the picks because we don't do Thursday night picks. So you couldn't have had this pick. Not possible. Only Sunday games on our NFL picks. 26-20, 4:50 left. The New York Football Giants are kicking off to the Washington Football Team. This has really been a barn burner here in the second half, and Carter is visibly upset for not being able to have the opportunity to run that one back. He looks like a little kid pouting to the sideline. Heinicke's going to come in and try to lead a game-winning touchdown here. You know, I am a little worried because the Giants' secondary has not been great at times tonight. You know what I like most about our community and our chat so far that we've gotten is the fact that you guys all respect and enjoy chatting with each other as the Washington Football Team goes all the way down to the 15, and just like that, you gotta be kidding me if you're a Giants fan. If you're a Giants fan, you are like, what is going on? That is a massive wheel route by McKissick. Absolutely massive. Look at that. Well, that guy, Al, just got behind his defender. I mean, the pump fake maybe sold him, but what is 42 doing there? So, all right, now we got ourselves a ball game. I mean, we did, but now it's even closer. And he's going to the end zone, and touchdown! 2 plays, 75 yards, touchdown to Seal Jones. Ricky Seal Jones, who I literally just saw for the first time coming on the field, is absolutely stunned the Giants fans. And listen, if you thought Monday was a miracle in Vegas, what is going on here? This is just unreal. Jamar hits it on the head. Battle of the bums. Is he get 1 in and 2, and it's a good catch. The extra point could put Washington up. I mean, the only thing worse is this guy misses the extra point, and we go into extra time. The kick is up and good. Just through the uprights. 27-26 Washington. And Galladay is going to have a chance maybe to score a touchdown still, because Daniel Jones is going to have to get them down the field. This is crazy. And what did I say right before they took the field on this drive? I said I'm worried a little bit because this Giants secondary has looked awful at times today, and they looked awful on 2 plays. 2 plays it took this team to go down. The NFL is just such a fickle game. You just never know what's going on. Or not, you know what's going on. You just never know what's going to happen. Just a crazy ending here. They're really showing this play over and over again. What a pass, though. What a pass. To be completely honest, though, Heinicke just throws the ball up. Absolutely just throws the ball up. I mean, it was a good pass, but that defender, if he turned his head and was in the right position, probably could have picked it maybe. Yeah, they could have scored too soon. I mean, there's 4 minutes and 33 seconds left. That literally took 36 seconds. 35 seconds, something like that. I mean, if they can do it, maybe Daniel Jones can do it. Remember, Daniel Jones has been passing well. Daniel Jones has thrown for 236 yards. That actually put Taylor Heinicke at 300 yards today. 300. His over-under was at 238. 238, and he is at 300. Gibson has 11 carries for 55 yards. McKissick has 3 catches for 74 yards. And Ricky Seals-Jones has that 1 catch for 19 yards and the biggest touchdown of the game so far. Absolutely nuts. Sit back, strap in for the last 4:33 left in this game. Daniel Jones under center here. 3 trips to his right, 1 to his left, and he's got Saquon to his left as he's in shotgun. Daniel Jones throws and almost picked off / caught. Good defense on Galladay there. Absolutely crazy ending. I thought that was close to pass interference there too. Like, I just don't understand how that's not close to pass. Danny Dimes, yeah. Now the real Danny Dimes is showing up, pal. So here we go. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Danny Dimes across the middle. There it is. Number 80, that's Kyle Rudolph. Kyle Rudolph, I was wondering how he would fit in with this team. Kyle Rudolph coming from the Vikings, obviously, but we haven't seen... Nobody answered me. Is Evan Ingram even playing? First and 10. Barkley is going to get the run. I don't know if that's a great play call there. I don't like that play call at all. Not a big fan of that, especially when you need a touchdown. Because when you run the ball like that, you're trying to set up the pass. The only thing is, the team knows you're going to pass it. Like, you're not faking anybody that you're going to run 3 times here. So, why even run the ball? Jones back to throw, and that is going to be an incomplete pass to Slayton. And it's 3rd down, and I got to be honest, I don't think you can give the ball back to Washington the way that they've been playing. I just do not think you can give back the ball to Washington. Third and 10. Oh, he's inactive tonight. Thank you. I looked at the list before we got on, but I just must have missed him when I was looking it over very quickly. Because I wrote him down, and I should have just crossed him off. But thank you for letting me know, Al. I appreciate it. I'm glad we didn't make any bets on him. So Jones back to throw, and that's not going to be complete. That's incomplete. He didn't have his feet in. There was no way. He was going, 4th down, and this is, do not bring the punt team on. He gets 1 foot down, and that's it. 1 foot, and that's it. If they bring the punt team on here, they'll never see the ball again. Gibson is running great. McKissick is... if Dixon kicks this punt, they will never see the ball again. They're not going to see the ball again. Fair caught at the 7. They're going to run Gibson, and Gibson is having a pretty decent game, averaging 5 yards a carry. McKissick out of the backfield is a great drop-down pass. If they do decide to pass, that guy's going to be able to at least get 5 yards. I mean, there's just no way they stop the Redskins by not... I mean, they're not getting the ball back. I think they should have gone for that. What do you have to lose? If they get the ball at the 40, you still have to stop them. All you're doing now is you're giving up more time. Galladay is pissed at Daniel Jones. I really hope we can listen to that mic'd up somewhere tomorrow. So there's Gibson, as we called, and he's going to run for a 1st down. This is what I'm talking about. You cannot give up the ball there. The Giants are, you know what? They're gonna cover the 3.5 spread here. It looks like, but they're just not a good play calling team. And as we mentioned right before the game started, the Giants fans, unlike most New York fans, actually blame the coaches for the demise of what the Giants are. I don't think Daniel Jones is a bad QB. I just don't think he's being used in the right way. So, it's a long season. They're going to go 0-2. We have a futures bet on the Cowboys to win the East, so this helps that out in a sense, although we didn't think the Giants were going to even be close. But there's Gibson again, and he goes for 3.5 yards. So he just needs to do that 2 more times, and that's the game, basically. The Giants have all 3 timeouts left, which they take here. Okay. I just can't stand when people take timeouts. Yeah. Come on, guys. Come on. Oh, so let's take a look at our bets. Not a good day for Grandstand bettors overall. We'll put in the over as a loss right now. We're totally transparent yesterday, 4-1. Today, 1-4. Not good. Not good. Ohio lost there with the points. This over loss. Slayton won, and Galladay did not get a touchdown. So, 1-4. Not good. Not good. We'll bounce back, though. Every day's different. Every day's different. Won a couple live bets, though. Yeah, Jason Garrett's a bum. I think he's, just mediocre at best. Did they say that's a fumble? No way. No, what happened? I was putting the bets in. What happened? Was it an interception? It was. Sorry, I thought they fumbled it. Oh my God, are you kidding me? What did I call, though? Guys, what did I say? What did I say about Heinicke? Now, that one wasn't high, but he did throw an interception. He just did. What are you doing there, Redskins? What are you doing? Gibson's averaging 5 yards a carry. 5 yards a carry. And you throw it. 5 yards a carry, guys, and this guy throws it. Now, you talk about bad play calling. Come on, Riviere. Come on. That's bad play calling. So here we go. Galladay now with a chance to actually score a touchdown. And he was yelling at Daniel Jones, although Galladay's not in. But Galladay was yelling at Daniel Jones. So I wonder if Daniel Jones makes up for it and throws to him in the end zone. We'll have to see. Jody, don't get ahead of ourselves. Because, in all honesty, they might just milk this to kick the field goal. Well, they won't be able to do that, but they're in field goal range. So they have no priority here in getting a touchdown. It's all about just kicking that field goal. Gano can make this one easily. Can we not go a primetime game without some drama late? Guys, it's been a first good 3 primetime games here. Cowboys, Tampa, man, Brady with the comeback in the last minute. You knew it was happening too when Dallas took the lead there. Then you get the fourth quarter really of the Monday Night Football game that was just unreal. And then tonight, this is that Washington. All they had to do was run the ball out. Daniel Jones is going to hand it off to Saquon. See what I mean? I think this is a little too conservative, but they're going for the field goal. I don't agree with what they're doing. I understand what they're doing, but why then allow Washington to come back on the field? They could have gotten a first down, milked the timeouts, and then gone for the field goal. That's what I'm saying is they could have gotten at least a first down and tried to get the time down to 30 seconds or so. But now they're giving them 2 minutes left. If Jason Garrett runs the ball here, I'm going to lose my shit. Going to lose it. Galladay's in. It'd be cool to see a touchdown pass to him. Well, they went to Sterling. They actually threw it. I'm impressed. But it's incomplete, and the Giants are... Look at this. Look at this. They got the ball with like 2:30 left, and because they didn't try to like really get a first down, they were so conservative, they're actually going to give a whole 2 minutes back to Washington to go down and kick a field goal. Like, it's absolutely asinine when people do this. I cannot stand... Like, how many coaches screw up times? They could have milked this with a first down easily. Their play call was awful there. And there's the 3. So the New York Football Giants take back the lead. 29-27. 29-27. Washington, you're going against Andy's crazy team. Well, Andy was on earlier. Who's favored in that? Who's favored? Who's favored? Is it you or him? Jamar, let me know. So, all the live betting's totally off the board. We won't even look at that anymore. But New York Giants, Washington football team. If you're Taylor Heinicke, you have to be completely thankful to Jason Garrett and that play calling there. You have now they allowed you 2 more minutes on the clock to go get a field goal. To get a field goal against a team that just had you literally allow them to go down in 2 plays, 75 yards in 2 plays. 75 yards in 2 plays. This is just... What are you doing? Come on, Garrett. All right, 2 minutes left. The Giants are finally kicking off. Guys, you think Heinicke's going to come down and put the points on the board? You think he's coming down putting the points on the board? I kind of hope he does. I kind of hope that the way that play call I hope it comes back to bite Jason Garrett in the butt. Absolutely hope it comes back to bite him in the butt. Carter, again, walks off the field like a little kid who's not allowed to catch the ball. Are you guys watching Carter here? This guy, just so pouty. Like they won't kick to me. All right. And Washington still has a timeout. It's just crazy. What are you doing, Garrett? I'm rooting for Washington now. I'm rooting for Washington. Come on. First and 10 from the 25, 5 wide, 3 to his right, 2 to his left, in shotgun formation. Heinicke back to throw, and there is a catch. What is up with the field, guys? These guys are slipping left and right. I've seen more slips tonight than, well, I can't say that. I probably shouldn't say that on YouTube. But so many slips. So many slips. Oh, there's that high pass, and it can't be caught. Can't be caught by Humphrey. So it's 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8. I'm not counting him out. I'm rooting for him, but the guy's he's not. Every single pass over 10 yards has been high or intercepted. He's not good. He's not good. He throws 5-yard passes for completions, and that's why his stat line is the way it is. But he's not very good. See, there's a 5-yard pass, and then all the work's done. He had one pass to McKissick for that large gain, and the touchdown where he really threw it up, and to be honest, Seals-Jones took it away. But, I mean, it's 4th and 1 still. He didn't even get a first down there. This is it, 4th and 1. Well, that's a smart play call. I think the Giants should have taken a timeout there. I mean, it's 4th and 1, and you can end the game. Don't let him just go 5 yards up the middle there. Come on, guys. So here we go. 1st and 10 on the 37. Heinicke's back to throw, and it's caught. They keep him in bounds. They're just going to try to keep him up. That's Thomas. Tick, 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 tick. 48 seconds. 46. 45. FedEx Field's one of the worst surfaces in the league. Is that right, Craig? Yeah, it's awful. It's absolutely awful. 2nd and 1, and they're going to call this dead on a... It's got to be a false start. Hopkins is just waiting for a chance to kick the field goal. Neutral zone infraction. Jeez. Refs. Talk about the refs wanting one side or the other. The over already hit for them, but now they need to catch the Washington money line, right? Neutral zone infraction. That's just a crazy call. Look at the field goal range on this guy. Good Lord. They only need 3 more yards. Is that a 60-yard? Hopkins can hit a 64-yard field goal. Is that right? Am I doing the math right on that? A 64-yard field goal? There's plenty of time to get 3 yards. I thought they had to go another 15, but this is just unreal if he can kick that field goal. Heinicke has thrown the ball 41 times for an average of 7.8 yards per pass. He's back to throw again. Man, this is just getting just awful TV right now. Awful TV. Second timeout used by the Giants. He hit a 56-yarder 2 years ago against Carolina. So why is his field goal range? Why was it on the 47? That's a 64-yard field goal. Oh, man. Yeah, that's Slayton who missed that. That was a huge drop. Slayton, I cannot believe he missed that. Well, he might have a strong leg, but 64 yards is 64 yards. He's not going to need the 60. Oh, it was not caught. It was not caught. So now it's 2nd and 10 with 34 seconds left. 29-27 here. None of these games ever finish early, man. Well, this game should have been over 20 minutes ago. 20 minutes ago. Monday's night game should have been over at like 11:30. I'm pretty sure it went to just about midnight. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, and Heinicke back to throw, and he's got, so that's technically in field goal range, is from what they're showing us. 20, why are you, I guess you have enough time then to go spike the ball. If they're taking a timeout here, then yes, you have enough time to pass once and then go spike the ball. All right, guys, take betting out of it. Take everything out of it. In the moment, right now, who do you want to win this game? Like, just take everything out of it. Like, right now, internally, who are you, like, wishing to win this game? I mean, right now, I just want Washington to win it. Like, I just think it's going to be them. Like, and I want them to win. But who, like, take all betting out of it. Who do you really want to win at this moment? 29-27, 28 seconds left, 3rd and 5, and now the Giants have called a timeout. This is getting ridiculous. ROI Digital Group, nice. Money's on Washington, fantastic, buddy. Dude, I hope they kick the field goal for you. Giants, but both teams suck. Viking, man, thanks. As always, I know you're in the shadows, but I appreciate you watching, and thanks for your honesty, but you're 100% right. Al wants Washington. I'm with Al. I like Washington. Oh, man, these last like what has been 2 minutes of play clock, but actually 15 minutes of real time has just been awful. Just been awful. I don't know how these announcers don't say that stuff. So here we go. 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5. Nobody's got a timeout, so they can't stop the clock anybody. And it is a pass to Humphreys for a first down, gets out of bounds. Now, see, I actually wish he would have stayed in bounds because I think it's easier now to decide how to clock it. You could screw this up. The NFC East, my fantasy team beast, Giants wins, says Jamar. All right. We'll see. It's going to come down to the field goal. It's going to come down to the field goal. I assume they're going to do a run play and then clock it. I don't know why you would risk passing right here. I don't know why you would risk passing. It's caught by Terry, but that is a dangerous pass. And to be honest, guys, why are you risking passing? Now they're going to wait until it gets down. Who called a timeout? Now they're going to review this to see if it's actually a catch. This is ridiculous. Why not? Let's take another 5 minutes. Let's extend this game. Guys, if you haven't already, smash that like button, subscribe to our channel. You're never going to find another place on YouTube where we live stream awful games like this. But we'll continue for every single Thursday night game with the exception, just a reminder, next Thursday we will not be live streaming. We're actually, the wife and I are going to be in Chicago to watch Wisconsin and Notre Dame for the Shamrock Series. So we'll actually not be able to live stream on Thursday night as that's when we're arriving in Chicago. But we will do, and we may not be able actually to do the Browns game that weekend either. I don't think we're going to want to wake up on Sunday morning at 4 a.m. to drive home. So might not be able to be there. But a lot of live streams coming throughout the NFL season. Smash that like button. Subscribe to our channel. Get in with us. If you haven't joined our NFL betting contest, what are you doing? We're giving you guys a $1,000 grand prize this season. So here we go. They're going to clock it with about 3 seconds left right there. They did it with 5. I don't understand why they don't always just go down to 3. I don't know. So, guys, it's something that we have had in the works for a year now, all behind the scenes. And we're giving $1,000 away for our NFL contest. If you haven't joined, you still can, and you're not far behind. I mean, you're far behind Greg K, who's 5-0, but you could still win that grand prize if you join today. Here we go. Field goal attempt for the win. Kick is up and no good. Wide right. Did Jamar not call that? Did Jamar call that? Jamar called wide right, and there is a flag. There is a flag, and you have got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. Al, we're staying on Magnificent Mile. Jamar, you were right. It was wide right, but that one's not going to count. And you have got to be kidding me. You know what the funniest thing about that situation is? Hopkins points to the other team like that penalty caused the missed field goal. Like that was what missed the field goal. No. He just gets lucky and gets a second chance at here. So here we go. 43 yards. Second chance opportunity. Hopkins for the win. Kick up and it just went inside. It looked like it was going wide. But he makes it. And Washington wins 30-29 on a final kick. Guys, what a great first 3 games in prime time, dating back to the NFL opening night. Hopefully we have another good one with Green Bay and Detroit on Monday. But first, remember Sunday, Browns live stream against the Houston Texans. Guys, as always, thank you so much for joining me. hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We're here for you guys. This is all about betting community, and we cannot just thank you guys enough for your support. It's late. It's on the East Coast. I know a lot of you are also on the East Coast, so get to bed. As always, sit back, relax, enjoy our NCAA football picks coming out tomorrow, and